The Lakers are on a winning streak. Luka Doncic is rolling, and LeBron simply won't age. Austin Reeves looks like the perfect third option. JJ Redick has the troops firing, and everything seems perfect in La La Land, unless you're the Clippers. But the Lakers played the Clippers last night. Luka Doncic went off 43 points, 13 assists, 9 rebounds. Austin Reeves, once again, the perfect complementary piece, sandwiched in between LeBron and Luka. He had 31 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. And LeBron James, Mr. Reliable, 25 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. The Lakers not only beat the Clippers last night in the crypto arena, I almost said Staples Center, but in the crypto arena, but they also advanced in the in-season tournament. The Lakers are undefeated in the in-season tournament. They're on a 5-game winning streak, and the Lakers are Lakering. Fellas, let's talk about the Lakers. How are we feeling about these guys?
I thought I thought last night watching that game, it was obvious that getting James back in the lineup really helped them. I thought they did a good job in slowing down the Clippers offense. The Clippers offense became really one-dimensional. Kawhi Leonard, for all intents and purposes, was more of a bucket getter than he was anything else, even though that's always what he's been. But with that being said, I thought there was a lot more ball movement with the Lakers. There's a lot more continuity with the Lakers. I don't know if you noticed, Ron, Luka averaging 35, 9, and 9. I just want to put that on your mind real quick. Just for the people that don't know, yeah, Luka averaging 35, 9, and 9. So just to put that out there, we had an over/under last night where we were trying to figure out, not over/under, I'm sorry, we had a more or less last night where Luka goes 45 more or less, and the majority of the guys said more. I mean, he had that step back going. Not only did he have that step back going, Jackson Hayes was looked really good playing off of him. I've always liked the dynamic between James and Austin Reeves with that pick and dive action, and it just seems to work between those two. He does that. He did that with Anthony Davis too, but more so with LeBron James in the past. When they get DeAndre Ayton back in the fold, I think I'm going to see a little bit more of what I saw last night, and I feel like James doesn't disrupt what they've done. I can't say that, Ron, years ago. I think that it would have been them looking more for James and him being more of a ball stopper as opposed to what's going on now where he's fading into the corner. He's looking for open spots to just get more involved in the offense and allowing them to get him more involved in the offense as opposed to them playing off of him. So this is definitely working, Ron. Definitely.
And Mars, how you feeling about the Lakers? Go ahead, Damien.
No, you go, Mars. No, you go, Mars.
You got it. You got it, Damien.
I just wanted to say, Your Honor, just wanted to mention that when we did our dark horses, that the Lakers were mine. So I just wanted to get that on record, Your Honor.
You did say that.
In case anyone forgot.
Yes, you did say that.
But I think it's very clear how beneficial it was to have a whole summer with Luka, to integrate him, to have a training camp, to have a preseason, to run every set now around him. And to Chill's point, I think people have to remember this. The big three of Luka, Reeves, and LeBron, they've played less than 50 games together. So they're coming into their own. It's still very early in their process. And sometimes year 2 is significantly better than year 1, especially when you're integrating a big piece like Luka. And I think an underrated point here is LeBron missing the start of the season. He can only miss 4 more games, and then he's ineligible for All-Star and All-NBA. And he's definitely going to miss more than 4 games over the course of this season. But what it does is it frees the pressure for him personally, for him to go out and get some All-NBA numbers. So we're going to see more nights where he's playing this secondary supplementary role where he's getting 17, 8, and 5, and he doesn't really care about his numbers because he can be the support for Luka, who's, to me, in the MVP conversation, to Austin Reeves, who's going to be a first-time All-Star. So I think LeBron fitting in is gonna help all that when he doesn't really have to worry about his numbers and he can pick and choose his spots and play high-level defense and be the quarterback. What I do want to say, though, before people jump the gun, is that the Lakers are yet to play Houston, they're yet to play Denver, they're yet to play Cleveland, New York, or Detroit. So we're not throwing parades yet. and they've only played OKC once. So we're not throwing parades yet, but they do look good. I do want to say though
and got destroyed by the way, Damian, when they played Oklahoma
exactly,
City.
and that's exactly right. And I think yesterday when you're watching the game within the game, sometimes they're falling into this tendency of a Luka heavy offense where after the first quarter he has 24 points and 15 shots, but they're down 38-37 because sometimes they can go into this James Harden type, Houston type offense in his prime. So I think they have to be careful there not to go too far into the Luka-centric offense. And it's one of the reasons, to be honest with you, why they're one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league, if not the worst, because a lot of guys aren't in rhythm when Luka's dominating the ball. So I think they have to be careful in some of these respects. But on the Luka front, I mean, we talk about SGA and Jokic a lot, but to Chill's point, he's averaging 35, 9, and 9 with 2 steals. So he has to be in that conversation now as well.
When you talk about Luka getting going early, I don't think it's a detriment when he gets going early, because I think he's also one of those players who can also get right back into being a primary distributor, get right back into being a playmaker. I don't think that he's one of those guys who, if he's getting buckets and you just get out of the way, that becomes their offense and they get stagnant. One, they already got another ball handler and distributor in James who can also get going. And also, if Luka starts to slow down like he did last night, we can start to get these other guys involved. I thought Jackson Hayes played really well off of Luka last night as a lob threat, just running the floor. I thought that Austin Reeves also did that. I think that they do a really good job when Luka has it going, which last night he did, just getting out of the way and letting him do his thing. And then when he doesn't have it going, they just get back into the offense because they know he's coming to them.
Absolutely.
So what is this? So there's a game limit for the All-Star game as well?
No.
Sorry, All NBA.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All NBA, which he's got 21, I think, All NBA selections.
Did you say 4 games he's got left?
He's only got 4 games.
So he's only got 4 games left.
Yeah.
He can't miss any more than four more games, and then he becomes ineligible. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's definitely missing those games.
You think so?
So I think it takes the pressure off some of that production stuff, which requires to make an All NBA team.
Chill. How many
needs
games
to miss those
how many games the Lakers got left in the season?
What are they as of right now? I think
13 and 4.
So they're 13 and 4 right now.
So that's 17 games. So they got 65 games left. So you got to play the rest of the season, basically.
Yes, 61 games out of 65.
He's got to play the rest of the season.
No, unless he wants to be, I don't know, like what year of LeBron was that? He basically played like all 82. If he wants to try to be that version of LeBron, I'm not saying he can't do it, but I don't see it happening.
But I'm saying, for like, what does LeBron have to prove at this point?
Right. He has no reason to do that, Ryan. He has absolutely no reason to do it outside of just being LeBron. You know, I mean, we do know this is the same LeBron that's still been trying to force that 10-point per game narrative. He's still trying to force it.
And it's working.
It's been working, Shield.
It's working.
I saw him have a game last year.
Mm-hmm. He's just that good, though, too.
No, but when he had that very bad slump last year, do y'all remember that game? He was like 1 for 10 or something like that going into the fourth, and he just started shot chucking, and then he hit 10. He said, "All right, I'm good," and he stopped playing for real. I said, "Nah, LeBron, I see your game, buddy."
Well, he played 70 games last year, right? So, and he 70 games last year, and didn't he play something like that the year before? Something like 73 or 74 games the year before that. I want to say in 24. In 18, I want to. You can fact check me on this. I want to say in 18 he played.
It was 18. Yeah.
I want to say in 18 he played 82 games, but I mean Jabbar played 80 games at 40. So I don't.
He's not Jabbar though. And on top of that, before anybody takes that the wrong way, really the main point I'm making about this whole thing is LeBron does not need to play 82 games or the rest of the 65 games when you have Luka Doncic in his prime playing the way he's playing, when you got Austin Reeves as the second option, third option, whatever you want to call it, playing the way he's playing, and you got DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart. Like the team was winning without you. The team was competent without you. You come and push this thing over the top. Rod.
Ox got that look on his face like, yo, you got it. Y'all don't need me every night. Y'all don't.
Get your best Kawhi
It's
on.
not. Yes, it's
Get
not
your Kawhi
necessary.
on, LeBron.
It's not necessary. But Bron's not going to go that far. Bron's going to play basketball if he's healthy,
Sure.
I believe.
Yeah.
And I think he should because he's capable of it. You know what I'm saying? He's capable of it. So I'm not saying Bron needs to play 65, 70 games, but Bron, I think Bron's going to play as much as necessary though. And he can though. He's a different type of person. He's a different type of specimen. Like he can pull that off. And there's no need for him to force the 65. He got robbed for first team All NBA last year. So it's like, just play ball. Just play ball. Let's try to. And I think Bron wants to win another one. So I think he might want to. Because as we've seen since that year they got beat in the Western Conference Finals. That was 23.
23, yes. That's the year the Denver won it.
Since 23 was the first sign for me. I don't know if y'all got sharper eyes, but for me, that was the first sign that I was like, okay, Bron's not quite the same Bron he used to be, where he can really put a team on his back that deep in the playoffs. He ran out of gas. He was huffing and puffing in the fourth quarter. He was, shooting Scud missiles at the back of the backboard, and so it's like now I think Bron realizes, okay, Luka got this. I'm gonna play my role, and
y'all don't need me every night. I'm good.
Right. I think the league's in trouble though, man. I'm telling y'all, the Lakers are serious.
It was 22 for me, Ox, but I definitely think we got to talk about this Clipper offense. Mars, you said something to me a while ago about James Harden, and it's glaring how much they need him in that offense. And a lot of times it does look like what's going on in Houston, where he's pounding the basketball and there's no movement off the basketball and everybody's just standing around watching. That's a recipe for disaster, especially when you're playing against teams like the Lakers, where, we can just sit in front of you and watch. When he gets the ball, especially when it's the mid-shot clock, like we're around 10, 11 seconds, teams are just standing in front of him and they're just waiting for him to do something. And not only are they waiting for him to do something, the rest of the crew on the Clippers are waiting for him to do something. And this is where we find ourselves. And I think that's what happened last night. You find yourself forcing shots. You find yourself in double and triple teams. We get late into the shot clock. And I don't think that they create anything on defense neither, to be honest with you. And it's obvious. Like, he went out of the game last night, I want to say in the 9-minute mark in the fourth. They were only down like one possession. They go from being down one possession to being 12 in a hole, just like that, immediately. So it's incredible how much they depend on him.
They need Norman
They
Powell.
suck. Yeah, that's it. They suck.
They need Norman Powell, boy.
Free
They are
Harden.
5-13.
They've lost 11. I think I told you this last night, Ron. They've lost 11 of their last 13, 4 of their last 5. They're garbage right now. It does not look good.
Hey, and I just want to add this in here real quick too, because Chill, I know that you've been trying to be like the only person defending the East for literally ever since I've seen you on this platform.
Sure.
Y'all see these records with the East and the West, right? Y'all told me that everybody in the East was trash. What are the Clippers right now?
Loud, by the way.
What's going on? What's going
Loud,
on?
by the way, they told you.
I didn't tell you that, MTL. I told you the exact opposite.
My fault, Ox. I don't want to add you in there, but I've heard a lot of people on this platform keep saying every team in the East is trash. It's the weakest East of all time. There's only one good team, really. And now we're just looking at it, and I'm like, you give it some time.
Yeah.
I think it's getting pretty balanced this year.
I know one
MTL,
thing is a fact.
this is my thing. This is my thing. The East isn't trashed. It's just mid. That's all it is. It is a no. Here's the thing: from 1 to 10, they're all good teams.
That's not
but
mid,
they're
Ron.
mid-tier good teams.
That's not mid.
All of them. Your Cleveland Cavaliers included. It is 10 mid teams, and the West has 6 good teams. Really, like 4 very good teams, and then 2 other teams that are, you could throw them as mid-tier good teams too. But
so, Ron, what does that mean about the other teams? Like, if they got 4 good teams and like the other, let's say 6 are not mid but below mid, what does that mean for them?
What do you mean? What does that mean for?
Okay, so Oklahoma City, awesome. Lakers, awesome. Denver, awesome. Houston, awesome. What do you think San Antonio is, Ron?
Awesome.
You think they're an awesome team?
Awesome.
How about Phoenix? What do you think Phoenix is?
Phoenix is a mid good team.
Okay, how about Minnesota? What do you think about them?
They are above that tier of mid good teams.
So they're above there. How about Golden State?
Do you know? Wait. Do you know what Minnesota would go out east and do? They would be skipping and dancing and prancing, moonwalking through the east.
You say that, Ryan.
Maybe they should just go.
So, okay, all right. So, Minnesota or Detroit, and y'all better be real.
Detroit.
Otherwise, y'all.
I got Detroit right now.
So a team that went to chill, and you want to laugh, but the first thing you would say to this, if you were on the other side, the first thing you would say is, we went to two Western Conference championships. We still got the best shooting guard in the league, and this, that, and the third. I got DPOY, Rudy Gobert. They have all of that still, just because they got out to a slow start with Ant being injured. And now all of a sudden we're turning our back on the Wolves.
They're gonna beat OKC tonight, and people
they're not. They don't beat good teams, Ron.
They're gonna beat OKC tonight.
We'll see.
Detroit, France is on. Detroit prowls on the low East. They prowl on the low East, and now all of a sudden, now they're realistic.
Yep.
Haven't made it out of first round to save their life since the Bad Boys era. But
how about that's a different team though? We talking about this year. It's we gonna use history to talk about how good
they haven't made it. I'm talking about this team hasn't done shit in the playoffs. They really haven't done nothing in the regular season.
So they got off to a slow start, Ron, and with them getting off to a slow start,
Kate just got a little hair on his chest.
Okay, so everybody now is getting back in the lineup. They just got Ivy back, they got Karis LeVert back, they got Beef Stew back. So now this team is actually they just got Toby back also. So now this team is actually becoming whole, and with this team becoming whole, Cade is playing at a great level right now. We already had conversations, and you guys have already told me that you think that. What's this kid's name? Jalen Duren. He's better than Evan Mobley this season. That's going on. So the matchup between both them and Minnesota, if they had to see Minnesota, I don't hate that matchup. And the reason why I don't hate that matchup is because Minnesota is deficient at the lead guard spot. I think Cade Cunningham takes advantage of that. 100% he takes advantage of that. Now, I also think that Julius Randle would take advantage of a small forward position. Of their forward position. I think that he would create a lot of mismatches. With that being said, and I think Anthony Edwards, I think he gives them trouble, but I also think as a group, they give Minnesota trouble 100% with Beef Stew and their dirty work guys. So this isn't a group this isn't a Detroit group that's okay. No, this is one of the elite teams in the Eastern Conference. But since we're on the subject of the Eastern Conference, Ron, I want to get back to what we were just talking about. So Minnesota is an above average team that you're telling me about. How about the Golden State Warriors? What do you think about them?
Another team that'll go out Eastern.
Garbage. Stop playing, Ron.
We just
stop,
put
Ron,
a mud hole in them.
When it comes to Golden State,
just put a mud hole in them. All they players.
Orlando?
Yes.
And Jimmy Butler was on the floor. Curry was on the floor. Orlando put a foot to their ass. Yes, they did.
All of them.
Yeah, played. Golden State's kind of mid right now. Ron.
Yeah, they're very mid. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ron.
Yeah,
there's only probably like four. I'll put the Lakers in it. 4 really good teams out west. Everybody else is mid.
How about
all of those 4 teams? Ron? But all of those 4 teams, chill. I said 6 teams. You're running down the whole thing. I literally said it's 4 teams that go out to be the number 1 seed, and the other 2 teams will go out there and be a 2, 3, 4 seed.
Okay,
so but I think but to Ron's point though, Minnesota and Detroit, it wouldn't be a foregone conclusion that Detroit's going to win that series, and they're 15-2. I think that's Ron's point, where there's still a significant difference between the strength of both conferences. Just because some of these records in the East look good, doesn't necessarily mean the conference overall is getting stronger. Because
would that be because of reputation? Like if Minnesota played Detroit in a playoff series today, let's say Minnesota's in the Eastern Conference and they played them, if Minnesota's the favorite, would that be on reputation from them being from the West?
It would be on previous evidence that we have, right?
That we have so gone. It wouldn't be what's going on right now.
But I do think even if we consider how both teams play right now, I think it would be a pretty good series. But for a team that's 15-2, you'd think that it would be a foregone conclusion that they would beat Minnesota. But I think there's still a difference between the conferences, a pretty big one. I think the East has gotten better. Teams like Toronto, Miami, they're overachieving, but I don't think that it necessarily means that they're on par with the West just yet.
I also would like to add that Detroit dunks and threes. Shout out my bald-headed menace. Detroit Pistons have the 28th ranked strength of schedule, meaning they've been playing a lot of duds, right? So it's kind of take
So
that.
with Minnesota, Ron.
Garbage,
Yeah.
Ron.
Oh yeah. No, I already said that.
I'm talking to Ron. I'm talking to Ron.
Yeah. No,
Right.
Detroit's been
Minnesota
playing a
hasn't
lot of
beaten a
bad
team
teams.
above
So
500,
just
I'm pretty sure.
just to put that out there.
Ron, you know they haven't beaten a team with a winning record this season, Ron.
Yeah,
So we clear.
literally, if they're on borderline, they're a little bit past 500. Timberwolves out of there. I don't know what's up with that. They're out of there.
Until they beat OKC tonight, then everyone
Until tonight, yeah.
Okay.
My only thing is when you
OKC
like.
about to...
I understand that the East is looking more presentable, and you got some new teams out East that are like. Shout out to the Raptors, shout out to the Heat, shout out to the Bulls, even Philly and Boston. They're not as bad as with Philly. We knew it was a Joel Embiid crisis. Could they survive without Joel? They've been looking pretty good, even though they just got mopped last night. We'll get to that. Boston, I told you guys Boston wasn't going to be as bad as you thought they were going to be. Now look at Boston, 9-8. They the 10 seed. They'll probably be in that 6 to 10 range all season. The East has a good group of teams, and I do think it's going to be a dogfight come playoff time for who's going to be that team to crawl up and make it to the finals. In the West, it's not that. In the West, it is a war zone to try to even get to the second round, and then to get to that conference finals. Come on, we know to get out the West, it is ridiculous. Whereas in the East,
what, Ron? Who's walking to the finals in the East, Ron?
What the point that's the point I'm making. If you put OKC in the East, they are snoozing, sleepwalking to the finals. The Lakers
in the West.
Denver 2.
By the way,
the Rockets 2. I'm saying it's 5 to 6 teams that if I take from the West and put it in the East, they are going to be your favorites to at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
So if we took some teams from the East and put them in the West, like what's we've already
come
went
on,
over
let's
this,
do it.
Oh, so
let's do it. Who makes it out the first round? Who makes it out the first round?
Okay, so if I'm looking at Detroit, so you telling me that Detroit, so the Detroit Pistons play the Warriors in round 1. You think they can't beat them?
I think that's a good series, Chill. Honestly,
I do think it's a damn good series.
Chill. I think what we're looking at here, simply is that the East has become more competitive amongst themselves, and it's giving us a feeling of, oh well, no, the East is as good as the West. Personally, Chill, and I've said this last season too. I don't think it's as big as a gap as it used to be. I think the East has gotten much better. But when you got teams like the Celtics that went through that JT and all that, his injury, I think the East is more competitive amongst themselves. So it looks like to us that they're just as good as the West now, when in all actuality, it's just kind of what Ron is saying, that there's just a bunch of teams that are all kind of in the same tier. You know what I mean? And so I think that's good for them. I don't think that's a knock on the East.
It is because
it's not. It's really not. I just think that means that those 4 to 7 those teams got better. I think that's great for the East.
I think it is too.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying earlier too. It's wide open because there's a lot of teams that are kind of at that same level, and that's I think that's what. That's exactly what you said before the season. That's what I was saying before the season. I think a lot of us realize, well, the East isn't just super top heavy anymore. With Joel not being healthy, JT not even being on the roster right now. He's on the roster, which I don't mean. Tyrese Halliburton, Dame got hurt. He came back west. We don't know who's gonna win the East. None of us had Detroit in Toronto at the 1 and 2 right now because it's wide open, because they're all kind of even now. When we're talking about Miami and all these teams, Orlando, all these teams, I think that's just what it is. I think we all would agree that the Larry O'Brien staying in the West this year, right? Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But
I wouldn't be Cleveland. It's going to Cleveland.
That's who I think is winning the NBA championship. But with that being said, if you have, but Ox, to your point, if you have this one team in the Western Conference, and you do have other teams that are competitive, right? You got Denver. That's going to be. I feel like Denver they got a real shot at beating Oklahoma City. That's probably the only team that I see in the Western Conference that, as of today, I'm not going to say that in 3 months. I'm not going to say that in 5 months, because, again, I think that when teams start playing better. In the East, wouldn't that say a lot about how competitive these guys are comparatively to the Western Conference? And would it also mean that when we have to play a team in the Western Conference, whether it's in the NBA championship or in the regular season, we're more geared up for them because of how competitive we are with these teams in the East?
No, because it's not the same level. Like Denver and Houston are the teams that y'all got that can potentially beat OKC.
That's it.
What teams in the East do y'all got beating Denver and Houston?
You want to hear my answer.
You already know how I feel about Cleveland. You already know how I feel about Cleveland.
Chill, Cleveland is getting dog walked by Denver.
Y'all said the same thing. Y'all said the same thing, and I said it too. You said the same thing about Indiana, and we saw a dogfight in the NBA championship.
Yeah, but they don't got Rick Carlisle over there running a well-oiled machine.
You're right. They just got the coach of the year from last year, and that's who they have.
How many coach of the years does Eric Spoelstra have?
0.
Okay, that's a flawed award.
No, it's not a Florida award because Phil Jackson won it. It's not a Florida award because Pat Riley won it. So no, it's not a Florida award. But that's not the point.
If Eric Spoelstra doesn't have any,
Eric Spoelstra doesn't have one. It's flawed.
They might have made a mistake. I'm not going to argue that point. They definitely made a mistake in not getting him the coach of the year. But I mean, it does have some validity because the best coaches in the league have won it.
Chill. Rick Carlisle was coaching circles around everybody last season. Coach got a coach, and Rick Carlisle did that.
Yeah.
Wayne Casey won the coach of the year and got fired.
And then got fired. Yeah.
I'm chill. I don't want to turn this into me knocking Cleveland. I think Cleveland's a fantastic basketball team, but I just don't think they have what it takes to beat the Denver Nuggets, especially a healthy Denver Nuggets. If Aaron Gordon is on,
sure.
I think the Nuggets walk through the East.
That's a fair point, Ox, that like they could beat them, but I feel like that's not giving Cleveland enough credit for the team that they put together. Granted, I know this year they probably haven't looked like all that amazing. Really, I feel like it's just Evan Mobley holding them back right now. If he goes back to looking like Evan Mobley from last year, and if you really remember how good Cleveland was last year, when they went on a run that was literally longer than the Thunder, they had one of the longest winning streaks in the NBA. You watched them play in the playoffs. They were elite. The only reason they didn't win the playoffs, let's be honest, was injuries. You had Darius Garland miss like three of like the 4 or 5 games.
That is 100%
true. That is true.
Yes, they did.
But they were losing to Indiana when they were on.
It was getting their asses beat by Indiana.
They never had their full team.
That doesn't mean that's the only reason they lost. They contributed.
Right. You can't
Indiana's a good team.
They healthy.
I mean, that's
but it did contribute to it.
It's the playoffs.
Yeah, but he said the only reason.
Everybody was hurt in the playoffs. Just like we're talking about the Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon shouldn't even have been out there in those last 2 games.
No, he should.
Cleveland has never shown that they have another gear in the playoffs yet. So I think if you put OKC, LA, Denver, and Houston in the East, they're going to the finals. I think
Donovan Mitchell ain't never been out the second round, MTL.
That's true.
We only talk about. I was about to say, Mars. We only talk about Joel for that. Donovan Mitchell ain't never been out the second round.
When did that become the bar?
I don't know.
In this conversation,
I ain't never heard that. They ain't never made the conference finals until
never heard that before, Mars. Never. When I was growing up, I never heard anybody say, David Robinson never been to the conference finals before 1995. Never heard that before. Not one time.
It started with Chris Paul.
Chill. That has to be alarming, though. How is that not alarming to you? If we're talking about a guard
who don't got what it takes.
No, not the best player on the team. The best shooting guard in the league.
That's
the
correct.
Best team in the East.
Well,
I got them walking through the East.
To go to the conference finals. To be fair.
Last
year was the first time I would have expected a Donovan Mitchell team to get to the conference finals.
And Ron, let's rewind really quickly. Ron, let's
The
rewind.
year before that?
Wait.
When the Knicks put him in a box?
Stop right there, because this is the kind of logic that
but
drives me crazy.
Evan was a young boy, though. He was a pup.
He was a young boy, but this is the kind of
But
logic.
they had the best shooting guard in the NBA
Yes, they
still.
did have the best shooting guard in the NBA, but here's the difference, Ron.
And they had an all-star point
one
guard.
person that
They had an
doesn't
all-star
win
center.
basketball, bro. Rob,
They had an all-star point guard and an all-star center, and Chill
Were
chose
they
them to
playing
do
like
that.
that?
Right, but here's
Were
the
they
deal.
playing like that?
Chill chose them to go that year.
Bottom line, them niggas not beating Denver.
They were playing good enough.
They got beat by the Knicks in 23. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Yes, they did. They got beat. They were kids, and
I would have expected the Celtics and Bucks to be in the conference finals. I wouldn't have expected Cleveland.
Who'd they get beat the next year by in 24?
They lost to Boston,
and they lost.
I wouldn't have expected
Mobley.
them to be in the
I'm
conference.
not Mobley. They lost.
And then who'd they lose to last year?
They lost to Indiana.
Like I said, last year
And
was
then
the
who are they
first year I
gonna
would have
lose to this
expected
year?
Cleveland.
Nobody, because they're going to win the NBA championship. But that's neither here nor there. So let's rewind, Ron, because I think it's interesting that you talk about because they had the best 2 guard in the league. So last year when I watched Minnesota, who had the best series when they played against the Lakers, in your estimation? I thought Julius Randle was fantastic in that series. Oh, okay. Julius Randle was awesome in that series. How about when they played against the Warriors? Draymond Green is on record saying, quote, Julius Randle kicked my ass. That happened. But you won't say that about Anthony Edwards. What you will do is you'll talk about Donovan Mitchell being the best 2 guard, having to throw the unit on his back. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards had a guy who clearly outplayed plenty of other guys in the series. That happened.
Evan Mobley need to step his game up then.
Yes, he does, Mark. Yes, he does, Ox. I'm not going to argue that point at all. Yes, he 100% does. And Anthony Edwards had somebody step their game up. He 100% had that. So that contributed to them going to the Western Conference Finals. Let's not make it look like this dude is Santa Claus and he put a big-ass sack over his back and just took this group to the Western Conference Finals. That's not what happened. Focus, real talk. Focus. That's not what happened.
I didn't even get that until you said focus, chill. But what I'm trying to say is then that's even more alarming. If your second best player is a no-show or if he's soft, whatever you want to put on it, that's alarming. If Darius Garland is going to be injury prone, that's alarming.
It is.
I'm saying like it is. Absolutely. It is red flags all over this Cleveland team, and for them to be, I would assume the best team out east that everybody would choose. That just goes more so even to my point.
But it's obvious to Ox's point. It's obvious how much better they are when Darius Garland is in the lineup. That's number one. And I don't think it's ridiculous, Ox, if we're being honest, because Ox likes to simplify things. And in this particular situation, we can simplify this. Big fella, get better. We don't got to do a lot of extracurricular shit. We don't have to. No, you got to play better. It's really that simple. Easy? Yes. It really is that simple.
It really can be sometimes.
You got to play better.
That's the only option.
Giving us ain't enough.
What else
you got to play better. This ain't enough.
All right, you know what? Los Angeles Clippers to the Western Conference Finals. You know what? Kawhi, buddy, play better. Hey,
it's way more. They need way more than Kawhi to play better.
Play better in the clutch.
Now you looking.
They got to get Norman Powell back.
They need a lot of people to play better. For them to have a chance.
What's happening with your boy?
Hey, hold on. Real talk. Just hold that same question and hold that same energy. Big Ox, you might want to go get a glass of water. But in the meantime, I got to tell you guys about a Splash Sports contest that will be happening tomorrow, Thanksgiving, and you guys need to be there. The entry deadline will be 1 p.m. Eastern time, but this is our NFL Thanksgiving tiers game. Yes, this is where you pick 6 players in 6 different tiers, and your job is to out fantasy the next player. Once again, you're playing against other fans, not against the house. It is $15 to get in, but you have an opportunity to win $1,300 just simply by picking the best players possible. You got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and tier 6. You will have a selected number of players in each tier. And your job is to pick the players that are going to go off the most in each tier. And the person that does that, once again, will take home this cash prize. Now, you can enter this contest by downloading the Splash Sports app. You can do that by clicking the link in the bio or scanning this QR code on the screen. And once you do that, and after you enter the NFL Thanksgiving tiers, then the next thing you'll do is enter the NBA Cup tiers for Black Friday, obviously the day right after Thanksgiving. We are giving you guys 2 layups, 2 alley-oops, 2 handoffs at the goal line, or if you're Pete Carroll, a nice little lob over the top at the goal line. We are giving you guys exactly what you need. NBA Cup tiers on Splash Sports, $1,300. Your entry is Friday by 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you collect $30. Use 15 of it to enter the NFL tiers on Thursday. Use 15 of it to enter the NBA tiers on Friday. Once again, I've told you guys this. I'm going to say it again. The number of entries are limited, and it looks like both contests are almost over halfway filled. So make sure you get over there ASAP so you can get in these contests. In the meantime, in between time, play Quick Picks, download the app, and we will see you guys right here on the panel.
Hey,
real talk, Ox. Oh, what's good? What's good, MTL?
Oh, my fault.
Let's get to it, man. You know,
I'm about to hop back in the conversation, because I just wanted to add a few more things. But
about what?
With with this gimmick that we're pulling with the East and West. Do y'all know last year the East and West actually tied in record in East versus West games? It was a dead even tie, 592 to 592. I just looked this up for the 24-25 season.
Yeah, but MTL, last year, do you know what the East had that they don't have this year?
What's that? Jason Tatum?
They had Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
You know that things have changed a little bit, you know.
638 to 592 last year.
Yeah, who won most of them?
AI lied
Who do you
to me
think?
then. It says 592.
Yeah, I don't know. You need to start trusting AI. Someone tried to do that yesterday on Twitter. Use some AI stuff. They be capping. You don't trust Allen Iverson. So,
And Cleveland was amazing last year. As well.
It was 638 to 592.
Those wins.
The last time the East won head to head was in 22 and 23. They won head to head, and that was the first years they did that since
Probably like 2008.
1999.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Been a minute.
I had to go on Basketball Reference.
Last year was 55% to the West.
So real talk. So when you watched the game last night, you're watching the game, and what you leave after watching the game, what you leave with is, damn, Kawhi Leonard needs to get better at basketball.
That's exactly what I left with. Yeah, absolutely. That whole Clipper team outside of Harden needs to get better at basketball. The Clippers are an absolute abomination. They are bad. It's sacrilegious almost to watch them niggas play basketball right now. Hey, if James Harden isn't the one creating a shot, they're not scoring. I mean, it's basically what's happening right now. Kawhi Leonard, hey, self-creation challenge. Hey, Kawhi, because you consistently like create an advantage and take advantage of it against Jack LaRavia. I don't know, Jake LaRavia. I can't even say it again.
I mean, real talk. I think that's what
Kawhi Leonard isn't that good anymore.
That's the shot Kawhi Leonard is looking for, right? That mid-range little pull-up. That's what he's looking for. I mean,
what do you have? What
so
do you have
this what?
What do you have?
19. He had 19. He had 19.
Oh, 19.
So I'm
19?
saying, I'm
how
saying
was
that
he
shot.
defensively to you?
I mean, he's not. I told you before, real talk. This is not the 2017, 18, or 17, 19 defense that you're going to get from Kawhi Leonard. I don't.
So he out there still playing good basketball? He out there still playing good basketball?
I think so. I mean, when you got this nigga out here playing with Kobe Brown,
Hey, respect Kobe Brown. He dunked on 2 people.
Now it's Kobe Brown's fault. Harden out there playing with Kobe Brown. He's still getting busy.
Okay. Well, this isn't about Kawhi versus
So is Zubac.
James Harden. Zubac wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
Like
He had
nobody was
30 and 15
nobody
the
was
night
doing
before.
The night we're talking about last night. We're talking about last night. We're talking about last night. This is Kawhi Leonard's second game back. I don't think I watched this game and I'm like, damn, Kawhi, you just can't do shit. Like, nah, I just think that they need to just get better as a basketball team. I don't think I see where this is coming from. Real talk. We all were on to your what you were doing from the beginning, hyping this just so that you could do this when they start looking like that.
No, I thought this team was going to be
it's
good,
just,
but
it's really simple as this. It's really simple as this. You can't get rid of Norman Powell and then Bradley Beal breaks his hip. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, like the talent that we were expecting at the beginning of the season is not up to par, and that can include Kawhi Leonard, sure, but it's not really. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all from anywhere.
They're in a weird spot where they were essentially nursing Kawhi Leonard because they thought he was their best offensive guy, but now they're realizing that it's actually James Harden. So they're in a even worse spot, I think, because when James Harden's, and I've said this before, your ceiling offensively, I think it puts a cap on where you can be, because Kawhi Leonard, to me personally, doesn't look like the same on either end. I think he looks...
And they're ancient, too. Don't leave that part out.
He's regressed. Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying, but I mean, they should be getting more from some of these other guys, but it just feels like they've got nothing on either end. They can't stop anybody. They can't score. Yeah. They're old. They can't run. It's just, it's overall bad.
Bogey still going to play. Bogey is still play. He just wasn't there last night.
So. That's what we're doing now. Bogey.
Ron.
Hell yeah, we doing. We always doing that for Bogey. Hell yeah, Bogey's gonna provide.
Same Bogey
something.
that I'm watching last year in the playoffs, and you screaming at me to get Bogey off the floor.
Right,
screaming
yeah,
at me.
for that game. Of course, chill. I can watch a basketball game.
Yep.
And watch a good basketball player play bad and say, man, get this nigga off the floor, and still understand that this is a good basketball player.
Okay.
Like
Fair enough.
I mean, you said that Bogey played well this summer. Bogey's still a good basketball player, yo. I mean, I think he's gonna provide something. He's gonna provide more than Kobe Sanders and Kobe Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna provide more than them. So that's what I'm saying. There's still a little talent on the bench that could play a little better basketball.
Facts. No, hey, Ron, did you know that the Clippers are a better offense and defense when Kawhi Leonard's off the court this year?
I did not know that.
They're a better offense and defense when Kawhi Leonard is not playing.
Right.
And
Bench
this
Kawhi,
is a guy
that's the
that is
answer.
commanding
That's the answer.
majority of their salary cap. He's the highest paid player on the
Legally
team.
and illegally.
We already know we have to pencil in that he's not going to play some of these games. And then on top of that, not only is he not going to play some of the games, chill, now we have to accept the games he played, some of them going to be mid. So now he gets $50+ million to not play, hurt the team when he plays, and be mid when he's out there playing. I don't know how you Kawhi niggas is still defending this. He is robbing the Los Angeles Clippers right now. He is straight robbing them.
So basically what Real Talk saying is that you show up to work, you hardly show up to work, and when you do show up to work, you give me a 4 on a scale from 1 to 10, maybe a 5. That's what you give me when you do show up to work. But I'm paying you like you a 10.
Right. All right, chill. All right.
I'm just saying.
Sure. They should probably bench Kawhi Leonard because of these on-off numbers that Real Talk is reading.
No, I'm saying Kawhi needs to be better, right? He needs to be playing like a $50+ million player.
The team is better with Kawhi Leonard off the floor. Sure.
No, wait. Don't try to victim yourself out of this one. That's not what I'm saying. There's
no victim here. I'm saying if your numbers say that the team is better with Kawhi Leonard off the floor, sure. we're gonna buy that.
Same numbers, mind you.
We're gonna buy
year in, year out that a team is better with Kawhi Leonard on the court. When I bring that up, I'm not saying, hey, bench Kawhi Leonard. I'm telling you how bad Kawhi Leonard's been and that he needs to be a better player. He has to. There's no reason why the offense should fall off a cliff if James Harden's not handling the ball every play. And you're on the court.
Real talk, he do got to be a better player. When the time comes, I do expect Kawhi to play a little better. And he only played 27 minutes last night.
What time?
They're not gonna make the playoffs.
I'll ramp it up in the playoffs gimmick works when your team is actually there to make the playoffs. Like, you can't do that when you're actually at risk of not making it.
Y'all don't think they can make the play-in? You don't think they can be 10?
I think they need Kawhi to be better to make it.
Like I said previously, Ron, the Clippers are absolutely going to be in the playoffs.
You guys do know the Clippers are a half a game or a game outside of the 10 seed.
Okay. Listen to what we're talking about right now. The 10 spot. That's what we doing, Ron?
Sure. Kawhi just missed like 6-7 games.
10.
10 games. He just missed 10 games. Like he's gonna work that. He's gonna get back into that. Like, y'all the way that y'all are acting so naive right now is really bothering me. Like, he just missed all these games. Second game back. Relax, please.
We're the one naive, Ox. We're the one being naive.
Yes, because we've seen Kawhi play basketball. He was just playing good
games, and he's already missed a stretch of basketball games this early in the season. His team is not performing well because newsflash, ladies and gentlemen, usually the team that is playing without their quote-unquote best player majority of the games should be bad. And that's what we're watching. You Kawhi niggas have gotten so accustomed to rosters carrying your ass regular season after regular season after regular season. You niggas actually excused
what?
And blame James Harden when he was carrying.
What are you? No. Real talk. What are you talking about? So you're telling me you just know that no, not shit. You just said that Kawhi Leonard has been accustomed.
player.
When has Kawhi Leonard been
That's what the
accustomed to
Clippers
getting
are missing.
carried through a
The
regular
Clippers
season?
are missing a top 10 player, which they supposedly have on the roster. That's what they're missing.
So when has Kawhi Leonard been accustomed to being carried through a regular season?
Last year.
You said hold on. You just said that Kawhi Leonard has been accustomed to being carried through regular seasons.
Did we not coin a term? Load management is because Kawhi
and when has he been accustomed to being carried?
Him down games.
So last year when this roster had Norman Powell on it and him and James Harden was doing their thing, you could get that for sure. When has Kawhi Leonard been accustomed to being carried through seasons?
Toronto.
How many games did Kawhi Leonard play in Toronto?
60.
60?
Mm-hmm.
So that's nothing?
Yeah, it's nothing because
that's nothing. 60 games is nothing.
Wait. It's nothing.
60 games is nothing.
Like
and then who carried? So what? That's so what is that? What happened in the 60 games he played? What happened in the 60 games he played?
5 in the games he didn't play.
Okay, what happened in the games he played?
They were 41-19.
And what happened in the playoffs?
They won the NBA championship.
Stop this shit. What are you doing right now?
I said they carrying him in the regular season.
That's not getting carried.
17 and 5 without you in the regular season.
So what y'all are telling me is if a team wins 17 games without you, you got carried?
The 22 games. So of the 22
chill. If a team wins 17 games without you, that means you got carried.
Yes, we got you.
Okay, I didn't know that. I just didn't know that. I just didn't know that if a team wins 17 games without you, I'm learning new shit. I'm learning new shit. I'm learning new shit. I'm learning new shit. It means whatever you and Real Talk say it means. No. If a team, I'm not. I don't want to get off the hook. I'm letting y'all off the hook.
No.
I didn't know that. I didn't know 17 games. I didn't know 17 games meant that.
Now we have to make up for what you are not doing, which means that we have to carry your weight. You're not here. So that's what's going on. We have to carry what you are not doing.
All right. Wait, Mars. How many games did they win that season? How many games did they win that season? How many?
The Raptors?
The Raptors.
58 games, I think they won.
58. Okay. And what seed did they go in the playoff? In the playoffs?
2.
They were the 2 seed.
Yep.
Okay. And how many games was, let's say, how many wins did the 6 or 7 seed get that year?
6 was 42.
42. That's 16 less games, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So take out all those games they won without Kawhi. Let's say they get to that seed. And Kawhi plays like he played in the playoffs. Do they still run through the East?
We don't know. We don't know.
Do they still run through the East? Fuck that, you don't know shit. Now you don't know some shit. Now you don't know some shit.
Advantage anymore. We don't know.
Home court advantage?
Yeah, that matters in the playoffs. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that would mean they probably play Philly round 1. You play Philly round 1. Maybe that's a healthy Joel.
So they still knock off.
Wait. When y'all played Philly, Game 7 was where?
So they still make the playoff. They still make the playoffs without those. Let's do those numbers. They still make the playoffs.
Game 7 was in Toronto because they were the higher seed.
So the rim. So you're telling me the rims are different in Toronto? No, MTL. Are the rims different? Are the rims different in Toronto?
I don't know. That ball might not bounce the same.
MTL. Are the rims different in Toronto than they are in Philadelphia?
Leonard ain't getting
that travel.
I'm not gonna be nasty.
Leonard's not getting that. Chill. Are you serious?
Leonard is not getting.
He doesn't get that bounce because they're playing in a different city. You niggas act like you never touched the basketball before.
That travel is getting cool.
But I think that
there wasn't a travel.
I think that we're going off the rails here. We already knew that this Toronto team, since we're bringing them up, we already knew that this Toronto team was a damn good team.
Chill. You act like you ain't never touched the basketball before. You're telling me the ball is not going to bounce the same because you're in a different city. Chill, you would say
Philly fans
yes.
are gonna boo the ball off the rim. They're gonna be
Chill, you would say no. Chill, you would say anything to try to discredit Kawhi. But right here, I need you to talk like an actual basketball player that I know you are. You're telling hold on, real talk. You're telling me that the ball is gonna bounce different because you're in Canada instead of Philadelphia.
So when I played, Ron, when I played, the ball it was different.
Hilarious.
I got a different bounce when we played at San Jose State than I did when we played at the University of Pacific. I got a different bounce.
I'm talking about regulated NBA floors. All the hardwoods the same.
What I'm saying, Ron, is
I'm sorry.
What I'm saying, Ron,
are
is
more polite, so they'll give you a friendlier rim.
the ball bounced different. At San Jose, when we played,
chill. These are regulated NBA courts. Chill. They all bounce the same.
Then we played at Pacific. The ball bounced different when I played at Santa Barbara than it did when I played at New Mexico State. The ball just bounced.
Yeah. Okay. We're talking about regulated. Chill. We're talking about regulated NBA.
We all know that the court is 94 feet, and we all know that the rim is 10 feet. All right, I get that part. I think the point that we're missing, Ox, is Toronto was already a good team. We needed Leonard to be a championship team. That's what we did, and we were able to get to the playoffs despite him missing these 22 games. So even though he was here, we did carry that weight. We did. They walked down Giannis in spite of Kawhi. I know. No, I ain't talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about the regular season. Because Real Talk brought up the regular season. We were able to get to the playoffs. We were gonna make the playoffs anyway. Just like the next year, if Leonard was on the team, I think that Toronto would have been in the finals again because they had a really good regular season team. They needed Leonard for the postseason. That's what the most important part is. When we get to the postseason, we were then he did his job. He 100% did his job. He went band for band.
He didn't do shit in the regular season.
He went back and forth. He went back and forth with Giannis. He went back and forth with Steph Curry. That happened in the postseason, which is what we got him here for. That's exactly why we got him here. Now, when we get to the Clippers, that's what we need him to do for us to get to the championship because we already made the playoffs before we got Leonard. We already made the playoffs before we got Paul George. Once we get these dudes are going to push us over the top. Only problem is we can't get Kawhi Leonard on the floor.
How many games did Kawhi play in 21? How many games did Kawhi play in 23?
Something.
And he got carried through these. Is that I'm just on the statement of Real Talk. I can get with what you said about last season. I'm with you on that. But just to say that Kawhi Leonard has been accustomed to being carried through the regular season, I think is a little disingenuous.
He played 52 in 2021.
I just think it's a sick statement.
52 out of 72.
I want to bring
out of 7, right? And then what? And then he played 68 the other year. I just think
he played 60.
Yeah, I think it's just
in the playoffs.
Right, exactly. And so I think it's ridiculous to act like Kawhi Leonard his whole career he's just been sitting around watching his team carry him to the playoffs.
Yeah, to be fair, if you go back to early San Antonio, he was definitely getting to the playoffs with the strength of other people.
That's true as well.
So one could definitely say accustomed when you look through his whole career.
He was getting carried in San Antonio too.
I think the word carrying.
He had good basketball teams, or he was getting carried. Which one is it? Real talk.
You could have good basketball teams and get carried at the same time. That could happen. Two things could be true, Ox.
I get told all the time a nigga averaging 28 was getting carried. So hey, Kawhi was getting carried.
So you listen to goofy niggas and you want to bring that into the conversation.
I was like, oh,
real talk. You listen to goofy niggas and bring that into the conversation.
Let me tell you this though. Ox. So going back to the carried in Toronto, I do want to put this on your membrane, right? So they're 17-5 without Kawhi Leonard, leading them to a second seed? I believe Mar said they were in the East.
They were the second seed. Yep.
Second seed, right? The reason why that is important is because of home court advantage. Now, Ox wants to ask us a very disingenuous question: does the ball bounce differently in Toronto than Philly? Yeah. That's not the point. Right. The point is, Ox, is that I just looked it up. Home teams in Game 7s in the NBA win 74% of the time.
We had every fourth game.
Home court matters in game sevens and in the playoffs. That's why people aim to have a top 4 seed in their conference to have.
So who was the 4th seed that year? Real talk.
In Toronto, it was. Let's see, Milwaukee
It was
the one
whoever the
Toronto
Bucks
two.
played in round 2, which was Boston.
In
And what was their
17?
and what was their
I'm
record?
sorry, in 19.
2019, bear with me. The 4th seed was Boston. They were 49 and 33.
49 and 33.
Yep.
And the 2 seed had 58 games.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 9 less games. So let's say that the record isn't 17. Let's say that they win 10 of those games without Kawhi. And then they're in the 4th seed. So it's like we can't just take off all 17 games. Let's take off 9 of them. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say they're the 4th seed.
Yep.
I mean, that's more realistic, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not
And
sure.
So they
To
still
avoid
got
Philly
they
as
still
well,
got home court advantage.
Correct.
They still got home court advantage, Chip.
Where was
Until the
Philly
second
at?
round
Where
when
was
they played
Philly
the
in
Bucks,
conference,
yeah.
Mars? Where was Philly?
He's still walking.
Philly was third. Philly was third.
That went to 6 though, right, Mars?
Bucks, Raptors did go to 6. Yep. So
6. They
Toronto
don't,
won on
they don't
that
even
home
need
court,
a game 7.
Well, no, because maybe they lose that game 6 when it's in.
No, walking Giannis ass down.
But that was 7 years ago,
You
nearly.
on mute? You on mute, Ron? You on mute?
Man, Ron been
Right.
on mute
No,
for
I know.
15 minutes. He was just letting it. You know how many times the guy was talking? He was just on mute the whole time. I just didn't say anything.
Yo, we got to move into the crunch time chats, man. Salute to everybody that's watching the video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to Player's Choice. I see we got 5 new members already. If you're not a member yet, you get perks with every single membership tier that you join, especially the Hall of Fame tier. You could just ask MTEL. That is part of the reason why he's still cooking in the PCL. And that is part of the reason why our Hall of Famers are so goated and they have direct access to come onto the panel and cook people like how MTEL just cooked Ox by way of real talk about this whole Kawhi thing and the East being better than the West. But we can't really get back into that unless a super chat permits us to. I do want to say this
because this is just a trial. It's the jury is public opinion. There is no objectivity to this. It's just public opinion. People are mad at Kawhi. They hate on Kawhi. People like Chill are going to look for any reason to dissect Kawhi Leonard's career.
Yeah, because juries are 100% objective when they show up.
It's
like
ridiculous.
juries 100. Like the jury nullification.
But this isn't. But this isn't a jury of Kawhi's peers.
The hell
This
is
a
going
jury
on?
of Kawhi's haters. You know what I'm
That is
saying?
not true.
If you know what I'm saying, if I'm Kawhi's attorney right now, I'm getting this trial moved out of this jurisdiction because we cannot get a fair trial here. We cannot get a fair trial here. We're not doing this. Like,
For which case are you talking about? There's multiple cases going on in
all
Kawhi's
of them.
life.
There is no trial by jury. I need the judge to decide the verdict. We get the jury out of here.
If you try to get
100, this is 100%.
If you try to find if you're going to get a jury of 12 people that watch basketball and are objective, and you lay out the facts about Kawhi Leonard, you're going to get the same verdict that you got from us. The exact same one.
No, not at all.
100%.
All right, fellas, I got to get to these super chats, but
Yes,
I
sir.
do want to say this because
The second I see Chill walk in that courtroom, I'm sitting down like, fuck it, we lost. And if real talk walk in, I'm just leaving.
Shit, if I'd have walked into that courthouse, I'm part of the prosecution team. I'm not even in the jury.
That's
I'm part of the prosecution. That's key.
Fellas, we got 2 people up here that have moved on to the PCL finals, the Final Four. And this Friday, November 28th, and next Friday, December 5th, is when the finals will be. But here's the thing, fellas. You guys did so good in the King of the Court style of play that we don't really want to go back to the old format. So we're going to abolish this Friday, and it will be a PCL finals December 5th with the same 4 contestants. And you guys will essentially battle it out for these cash prizes. 1,250, 500, 250. So we will see if Real Talk can stay on his hot streak. We will see if MTEL can run off 3 in a row. We can see if Swiper will cheat his way to swaying the judges like he was doing this last Friday, and we'll see if Reds can get hot like he did in the initial play-in. How does that sound, real talk?
Are we
How does
getting
that
rid of the
sound, MK?
semifinals? Is that what I'm understanding? Are we getting rid of the semifinals, Ron? Is that what we're doing?
It
no
is just the finals.
So, Mars, have you ever heard getting a bye in the semifinals? Have you ever heard that before? I win in the first round and I get a bye. I get right to the finals. I love that. Let's do that. Absolutely loving that. Hell yes.
So is it
Straight
gonna
to the
be on
drama,
spot
chill.
Again? The question's gonna be on the spot again.
Same thing, same style.
You guys gonna come up with some
yes,
new questions?
I like that.
It might be old questions. Who knows?
Okay.
Might be repeat
But, hey.
questions.
Hey, when you get there, just answer the question that's been asked to you.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what format, you feel me? We play in 21, we playing King of the Court, playing 5-on-5, 1-on-1, don't matter, the same end result, and it will be me getting that PCL belt. My only issue is I didn't whoop the Brit to get it.
I like that.
It's all right.
That.
I'll tell Swiper to wear a hoodie like this, and you can use your imagination. All right, well, on to the super chats. The first one is from Sale Talks Too Much. Sale Talks Too Much said, so if y'all tell me the Clippers have sucked, the Warriors suck, and we know the Nets suck, and Philly was hurt, why are the Magic better without Paolo? Bad narrative. The Magic play faster with him, and he's taking less shots. MTL, you are the resident Magic fan. You want to answer this question for us?
Oh yeah, we have literally one of the best starting lineups in the whole NBA when Paolo's playing. We're definitely a way better team. And I saw a few days ago, I did want to speak with him. I saw a few days ago that Penn was about to pull that same narrative that people have been pulling Paolo's whole career about the plus minus on off numbers. Paolo's actually the more positive player this year when he's on the court. That doesn't matter to me, but I know the stat heads love using that narrative. No, I actually think they just both balance the team in their own specific way. And we have two players that was drafted in the same draft class in AB and Jet Howard, and they both dropped 30 points in back-to-back games. I just want to let that be known, and I actually have to go. So
Later, MTL. Good to talk.
All right, y'all.
All right, MTL.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We taxing them Franz on off numbers for Tyus Jones, by the way. Just putting that out there. But yeah, I think Paolo gonna fit in. Hopefully, when he comes back, I think Orlando are figuring things out, and Paolo can fit in and be the Paolo everyone thinks he is or that he is. Maybe the people who had Orlando as a playoff threat. Maybe you guys were right.
What is
There's a
his injury
difference though
again?
between.
I'm sorry, Damien. I apologize. I was wondering what his
No,
injury
no.
Is it groin?
Yeah, I think it's his groin. I think.
I'll check.
I could be wrong.
What
But there's
were
a
you saying,
difference
Damien?
between. There's a difference between a team playing a good brand of basketball without their best player, but also acknowledging that they can't reach their ceiling without them too. So I think that's a thing that happens in Orlando where they look pretty good without Paolo on the eyes, but we know they can't do what they ultimately want to do without him. So
You mean like the Clippers without
back, you
Kawhi
have to
Leonard?
fit him in.
And the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard?
We're gonna go there.
Or similarly, like I remember it was a year in Memphis where they were like 20-2 without John Morant or whatever.
Yeah, they were getting busy.
But like
without
everybody
John.
knew they couldn't reach where they.
That was Tyus Jones. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was Tyus Jones. Yeah, they couldn't reach where they wanted to go without John Morant. But Chia, I'm always going to push back on your logic with Orlando, or at least what's wrong with them, because you go to guard play often. Jalen Suggs is really good, man.
He is.
Jalen Suggs been amazing.
Yeah, Suggs has been really good. He's been basically when he's on the court, they have really good offense. When he's off the court, they don't have so much of really good offense. When he's on the court, they have an elite defense. When he's off the court, they don't really have that much of an elite. He's a very impactful player for that team.
Yes, sir.
Like he should make all defense if he plays enough games. I don't know, but he should. The minutes restriction might mess it up a little bit. Just so anyone knows, the on-off numbers: Franz without Tyus Jones and no Paolo, they're plus 16. The only reason why Franz on-off numbers look worse without Paolo is because of he played 106 minutes with Tyus Jones, and they're a negative 19 in those minutes.
Tyus Jones off the floor.
Tyus Jones is the reason. It's tanking. Franz is
been
on-off
unplayable
numbers.
this year.
Just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. Franz is still one of them ones.
But Mars, that's that's how the on-off numbers work. That's why I've always hated the on-off numbers.
It's all going to be lineup dependent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's why you can't just blindly follow. Like this is the. Okay, I'm gonna have to make it about Jokic. I'm sorry. I was trying to find a different player. But when you play that many minutes with your starters, and then it's like pretty much all bench units when you go to the bench, is why you'll see such a large discrepancy. Not that he's not majorly impactful, but like when you're playing that many minutes with your starting lineup, and then when you leave the court, it's pretty much all bench units plus one starter.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna be plus 15 on the court, negative 10 off the court because you didn't have depth and you were playing all bench units. So yeah. Lineups are going to be heavily. It's like plus minus. It's the same thing as plus minus,
Sure.
but it's net rating, so all of a sudden it's valid. But it's the same thing. It's all going to be lineup dependent on that type of stuff.
And to your point, I think I'm not going to argue that point. I think Jalen Suggs is playing great right now. But how many times, it's real talk, how many times, Mars, have we seen guys play really well in the regular season, and then we've seen a team, whatever this guy doesn't do, we shine the light on that and we make you do that? How many times have we seen that? And it completely
Premeditating a playoff drop in November is interesting.
What I'm asking is when we have players who play in the play, not players who play in the playoffs, lead guard in particular, your ability to score gets highlighted in the playoffs. Is that fair or is that unfair?
I mean, abilities to do so.
It depends on the
because you need to be guarded. I see what you're like. He needs to be a scoring threat for sure.
Now, and to your point, real talk. If we're going to go far in the playoffs with this Orlando team, and I love Suggs on the defensive side of the basketball. I think he's one of the best point of attack defenders in the game. But if we're going to be as spread out, and Orlando's offense has been this more than it's been this, and if we're going to be that, Jalen Suggs has to consistently be a threat. He has to be consistent. He has to consistently be a downhill guy. We saw what happened. One of the main problems that y'all dudes have with Cleveland is Darius Garland's ability to score in the playoffs. You like him scoring, you like him getting buckets, but his ability to score at a high level in the playoffs, not 30, but to continuously keep pressure on defenses. Jalen Suggs, when we get into the playoffs, when they run up on teams that have really good defensive schemes that are going to make him be a bucket getter consistently because we're forcing Paolo into bad shots. Now we're going to make him be that. We put them in zone, and he now is going to have to attack zones and knock down open shots. That could look real tricky for him. And when it's looking real tricky for him, it could be a problem for Orlando.
I also just think Darius Garland is a more important cog to that Cleveland offense than Jalen Suggs is to Orlando's. When they got Desmond Bane, to me, that's why I was like pushing back on the notion of Jalen Suggs needs to be like this score. Like, because now you have three legitimate scores on your team. Like Jalen Suggs now just needs to kind of get in where he fits in. Between Desmond Bane, Paolo, and Franz, there should be enough shot creation on that team while he's on the court to where we're not looking for Suggs to be, some 18 plus point per game guy. Like hit open threes, attack or close out, do some table setting, be able to run a pick and roll. And he's able to do all those things I just listed. And then on top of that, he's one of the best guard defenders in the league. So
yes,
I think he's going to be vital for Orlando's success.
So what he's doing right now,
he'll need to hit shots though. He will need to hit shots, Joe. When it matters most, he will need to do that because you're right. In the playoffs, your weaknesses get amplified big time. So if they're going to leave him open, he's going to have to cash in some of those threes.
So where are we at with Orlando though? Because they're 11-8 now. They're a game and a half out the 3 seed. I think patience is going to be all we need for Orlando.
You've been.
Yo, I want to piggyback on this topic with another super chat. New Drink said, first things first, Anthony fucking Black. Hey, Teasy, talk about how underrated Jalen's passing and playmaking ability is. My boy had 11 dimes in the first half. 11 assists in the first half.
Yeah, they were talking about that on the broadcast. Yeah, they were just getting out and running. That's what a lot of it was. A lot of transition opportunities. Philly just were bad. And Anthony Black turning into like this. athletic wing more so than a guard, I think has really unlocked his game. His downhill stuff has been really good. And I think he's found his niche. It's just this off-ball athletic wing, getting downhill, playing around the rim. Not as much of a point guard, but he can pass the ball and he sees the floor well. So like the connective stuff is going to be there. If he can keep up with this, I think this is his pathway to high level production long term. I'm curious to see how it looks in the playoffs and stuff. But I like what I've seen from Anthony Black. And last night was, I think, probably the best game of his career. So shout out to him.
Ron, I don't have
career high in the
anything
first
to
half.
say about this conversation. Get Philly off my TV. That's all I gotta say. Get Philly off my TV.
Paul George has an ankle injury.
See Mars him. Oh my god, I can't.
Been back for 2 games. Ankle injury.
But Anthony Black, I think his surge has really been important because Tyus Jones has been unplayable. So I think his surge has been really important. He's still on a rookie deal, and he's just growing into his potential. So when we talk about ceilings of teams, we didn't anticipate him to make this type of jump. And when you're getting that type of production off the bench, all of a sudden Orlando look really scary even outside of their starters. But to Mars's point, we have to see if that translates when it matters most. But they found gold in a guy on a rookie deal still. So incredible.
Orlando are plus 10 without Tyus and negative 14 with him. Just want to put that out there.
Just so you know, in the last, I want to make sure that I get this correct, guys. In the last 13 games, Tyus Jones, 6 points, 1 assist, 0 points, 1 assist, 0 points, 0 assists, 0 points, 2 assists, 0 points, 0 assists, 0 points, 3 assists, 0 points, 2 assists, 3 steals, 0 points, 2 assists, 8 points, 3 assists, 0 points, 0 assists, 0 points, 3 assists, 3 points, 6 assists, 10 points, 3 assists. What is he doing to help us?
He's been worse than that. I just want to put it out there.
And he's been playing in junk time as
The
well.
box score is actually being
Which makes
kinder
that
to
worse.
him than he's been playing. He's been worse. than those
He's
numbers.
just a warm body out there for real. That is.
Is he making up the 10 for us? Real talk. Like we need 10, and he the 10th dude.
Yeah, he the last. You like you know you at the corner, y'all got 9,
and he make up
then
the 10. Like come
somebody
on,
just walk in the den and be like, hey, you want to play?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess bro.
It's one of the young boys too. Like, hey man, hey little man, come on.
You can run with us. just keep the ball.
That's
Just get out, stay out the way, and pass the ball. That's all you got to do.
Shout out to he was cool in like the first quarter yesterday. He made a couple threes. I was like, oh nice, good work, Tyus. Still sucks, but shout out to him.
Man, I don't like this because I actually like Tyus.
Me neither, Rod.
Tyus used to be cool. He used to be
I
cool.
liked him as
He
well.
was
But
suspect.
he's gotten
Phoenix.
really bad. He's regressed.
Yo,
a lot.
I could have told you that.
I thought he was the difference in Phoenix.
yeah,
I'm like, you got your lead guard. Okay,
Yeah,
we in
yeah.
business. No, we're not in business.
Yeah, I could have told you that wasn't going to be the reality. But like a few years back, he was cool in the regular season. Playoffs not so much, but regular season he could do something for you.
All right, y'all. The next super chat I got is from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "Happy early Thanksgiving, fellas. Glad the Lakers are doing well. I know he's a liability offensively, but I'm surprised they are not playing Vando. They need his defense and rebounds with DeAndre Ayton out." You agree, real talk?
Played more last night too.
It is surprising that you would think theoretically that Vando could find some minutes on the court now that LeBron's back. And so you have the 3 of those players between LeBron, Austin, and Luka spacing the floor. So maybe that makes offense better for him. However, Vando's just a really bad offensive player. Like it just gets to a point to where like, bro, you can't catch the ball. You're not a great finisher. You obviously can't shoot. You make offense harder for our better players because of how, the defense guards you. So I'm not surprised that, JJ has gone completely away from Vando, especially now that Marcus Smart is here and he's doing a lot of the stuff Vando used to do, BRPOA, and things of that nature. So I don't know. Vando probably on the trade block. We'll see if we can, if Miami wants him in combination with somebody else so we can get Andrew and then we can really get rolling.
Real talk. You got to get off this. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
One of the reasons as well that Vando's not playing is because JJ's actually giving some of those minutes to Maxi Kleber because Kleber's a bit more of a versatile forward. They trust him, it seems like, to be a decision maker in the short role, to space the floor a little bit. He's a little bit more cerebral. and has a pretty good history of guarding sort of bigger guys and being a little bit more versatile. So it's going to keep Vando off the floor. But yeah, if you can package him, I think we're going to start having some of those conversations, especially for the guys that aren't in the rotation, the Dalton Connects of the world and Vando and things of that nature. So just keep an eye on that when we get closer to the trade deadline, I think.
I'm very disappointed.
I like Kleber too.
To be honest with you, I am. I'm
Maxey.
very disappointed in Vando. I was really looking forward to seeing him this season, considering he didn't have to deal with any injuries. All he was doing was working on his game this summer. I thought that I was getting a better ball handler. I thought that I was going to get somebody to put some pressure on the defense. I really thought that I was going to get a better defender. I'm not getting any of that. I'm watching that game last night, and I'm thinking to myself, Jake LaRavia should definitely be playing more. He should have played more than he did last night. He's been a pleasant surprise to me to what the Lakers have done. But Vando, knowing how JJ Redick operates, he might find some minutes for him later on and like call on him as a pro. But he's definitely played himself out of the rotation, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Maxey and Marcus kind of do the things that he does.
And on top of that, real talk, Dion was cooking. Rui nice as hell in the mid-range. He was cooking. I thought he was nuts with that. Rui nice in the mid-range. I'm bullshitting up here.
No, Rui is a sniper, man. I find it very impressive when like basketball players can go, and y'all would know this, can go literal legit minutes, not just basketball minutes, but like actual minutes without touching the ball and still be efficient shooters. Because usually, you want to, touch the ball a little bit, even if you're not shooting, but it just kind of keeps you in rhythm. And the fact that Rui just whenever he gets the ball, it basically is going in the basket, like damn near every time. So shout out to him.
Real talk. I went
He's
to war about that last season.
He does? Damian, say that one more time.
He is elite in the mid-range. I think if you look up the numbers, he might be in the top 5 mid-range jump shooting players in the league this year. Like he just doesn't miss in the mid-range. It's crazy, bro.
I was right, yo.
Right. But real talk, that was a big thing last season when I was talking about that. And I just, as a basketball player, you shouldn't have to have the ball in your hands to be in rhythm. That's what happens when you train as a basketball player and when the only training you're doing is cone drills. That's what happens when the only type of basketball training, the only type of basketball is shooting the ball. You have to be a real basketball player and understand that when I don't have the ball, I'm still playing basketball. When I'm on defense, I'm still playing basketball.
Sure.
So you have to stay engaged on defense. Sometimes Rui does sleep on defense, but you have to stay engaged while you're playing basketball, and then you're always in rhythm. I don't think you have to be in rhythm by shooting the basketball. Talking on defense helps you stay in rhythm. Boxing out helps you stay in rhythm. Running the floor helps you stay in rhythm. Moving without the ball on offense helps you stay in rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing. I think Rui is an actual basketball player. He might not be a superstar. He's not a superstar, but he's an actual basketball player. And he went to Gonzaga. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to play basketball.
I'm saying like rhythm as far as your shooting though. Like I get what you're saying. Like he should participate in the basketball game regardless and get his rhythm going that way as far as a basketball player. I agree with you, but also being somebody that has stood in a corner because, our best player or whatever gets to dribble the ball for 18 seconds of the shot clock all the time. Shout out to D Green. Like I'm just standing there and it's like, oh, he dribbling. And then most of the time going up with a shot. But then the one time he do pass it to me, I ain't got the ball in 15 damn minutes. I'm just supposed to knock this. I'm just supposed to just knock it down.
Because I mean, real talk. You've made 1 million jump shots in your life. You know what I'm saying? You've been in the lab on the shooting gun all summer.
Yeah, Mars, 1 million.
I'll take the less.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You've been on that shooting gun all summer. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna change. You went through the warm-up lines, man. Your wrist is loose, man. Shoot the ball.
Ox, how many guys do you think that we have in the league like that? Where
a lot, I think a lot more than we give credit for.
Yeah, a lot of guys that just play basketball.
Yeah, I think
Rui's
we
superpower,
have a
though,
lot more basketball players than we give credit for, and some of those basketball players are being suppressed, if you will. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talent in the game that we don't really get to see. There's a lot of Norman Powell's out there, Chill.
Yeah.
But Rui's superpower is understanding where he's going to get his shots to. I think that helps a lot when a player is probably a little bit more cerebral than we give them credit for. And real talk, to your point, there's something to be said about guys that can give you some of that production that have no play calls for them. Like they could easily go to Rui on mismatches on nearly every possession, but they don't. But he still manages to get his. So those guys are literally perfect role players when you have superstars.
And to your point,
I got to run you. I got some what you call it, airport rounds to make today. I just want to highlight a couple people in the chat and let them know. Ox is saying this because Ox is a hooper. Maybe you should have been in the court playing basketball, and you will understand what I'm saying.
Hey,
it's
Ron,
really simple. Play basketball.
Ron, you heard him. You heard what he said yesterday. Come get your nephew, for he will have to whoop some ass. Come get your nephew, Ron. These badass kids is too much, and he got a whole bunch of them coming into town today. So
Chill,
come get your nephew, Ron.
It's just getting started, Chill. We finna be 7 deep out here.
Come get your nephew,
Chill.
Ron. Oh my God!
Right,
Now he understands how Ty Lue feel about Kawhi.
Later, big guys. And to your point, Damian, to expand on your point, I think it's important to mention not only not having plays run for you, but maximizing the shots that I get. Because I know that I'm not going to get 12, 15 shots. I know, but I do know that when I'm going to get shots, they're going to be in a space that I'm comfortable in. I'm not going to shoot fall away long balls, right? I'm not going to shoot shots from 24 feet away. I'm going to get shots right in the space that I might not get a lot of them, but I'm going to get shots in the space where I'm the most comfortable. And I need to maximize those to help my unit be as best as we can possibly be.
Absolutely.
All right, we got a super chat from the Arbiter 85. Mr. Arbiter or Mrs. Arbiter said, with all due respect to the Mighty West, didn't Orlando take Houston to overtime without Paolo and Mo? I saw a TJ McConnell, Pascal Siakam Pacers team be up at halftime against Kobe 2.0 and the best defense of all time in Game 7.
They beat Portland too. They also beat Orlando. I mean, they also beat Golden State. Yeah, they did. They've done well against the Western Conference as of like we just started, but I think they've done well against the Western Conference. So I'm still, Ron, blown away by the Indiana team from last year. They was in the NBA championship. Mars and I was sitting here during the finals, and I had to ask Mars the question, Damian, do I have to talk about the Indiana Pacers as being the NBA champions? Am I going to have to do that? Because there was a stretch during the finals where I was thinking, yo, they can beat these dudes and win the championship.
You nearly did.
And don't let
Ron
the crazy
part
and tell you that Ron was on board, because you wasn't, Ron. You were not.
We don't got to read
Here's
this. Here's
the crazy part, though. Here's the crazy part. That team's coming back, Chill. They're just taking a hiatus this year. So I think in the East, it's going to be scary when if Indiana bottom out this year and they get a top 5 pick in the draft, and then that team comes back and adds that, then what are we talking about?
So
I think they're in a bad position right now, but they could ultimately, in the long run, be in an excellent position. And they've just had to punt a year. That's all.
Yeah, we talk about Oklahoma City a lot. Real talk. Like, imagine if Indiana won the lottery and they ended up with AJ and getting Tyrese Halliburton back next season.
I know, but here's the problem. OKC can be in the lottery this year, so that's
OKC's gonna.
James Harden gonna save us.
That's the problem. Damian, I don't know. Do you keep up like with the college prospects any?
Yeah,
Like
from as much as I can. Probably more the top guys than the just general every prospect coming through, and obviously the Aussie guys. Why do you ask?
So yeah, I just know about the top guys, but I was just going to ask you, like, who do you think if Indiana does, let's say they land in the lottery, which of the players do you think they should be looking at?
I think Cam Boozer. I think to get someone like Cam, who's a sort of multi-dimensional forward, alongside a guy like Pascal, a guy that can run the floor with Tyrese, that can, as a rookie, get his in a lot of the flow that Rick Carlisle likes to run. I think it's almost a perfect situation for him. I think any athlete though that they draft, Indiana, if it's high in the lottery, will be really good for them. AJ as well will be really good for them. I don't think Darren Peterson is obviously the guy when you got Tyrese Halliburton, but if he's the best available, they will take him. But yeah, I would say Cam Boozer. Real talk. I think
Caleb Wilson too, though.
Yeah, another guy
Caleb
that
Wilson
mold,
running the floor, playing off ball, even doing some on ball stuff. He's almost actually. I think his perfect comp is Pascal Siakam. Just more athletic, a more athletic Pascal Siakam.
You talking about old boy in UNC?
Yes.
Yeah, that boy nice.
You get him. Level of
you get him.
Yeah, he's
Pascal.
nice. Yeah.
I mean, Pascal wasn't that level of creation when he first came in.
Okay,
but he got
the tools where he could.
No,
he didn't hit some. He didn't got to the midi, drop some people off, hit some mid range pull ups, shown he could touch a 3 or 2. So like him being able to run in that system up and down with Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal and Nembhard, Neesmith, I think he's a guy. Like obviously you would want Cam Boozer over him. Mm-hmm.
But I don't even want to say obvious because he's showing a lot. But you'll probably take Cam Boozer over him, but I think he might be a better fit than Cam.
Mm-hmm. So that Indiana team could look really scary depending on how things shape up in the lottery. So
they'll be back next year. Wow.
They're going to be back.
Boston's going to be back.
Would any of you guys consider packaging that pick?
That's a very for who though?
I like
for
the
who?
prospect. I haven't thought about it, but I like the prospect of it.
Yeah, I'm saying like
what if somebody wants to leave Milwaukee?
That ain't enough.
Going to the team that beat you that was just in the finals when healthy.
Yeah, could I consider packaging a top 3 pick in the draft and maybe even throwing a Pascal for you so you do get a franchise quality player and
going to the team that beat you that just lost in game 7
franchise player in the draft as well?
I don't think that's allowed. I'm just saying I don't think that's allowed.
Oh, why is it not allowed?
I heard the rules of basketball. If you go to the team that beat you and they just lost in game 7 of the finals,
shut up.
Anything you do on that team is just not.
That's not the same thing.
I don't think you can.
That's not the same thing.
Oh yeah, it's not because he actually lost to them twice.
It's
actually not the same. Yeah, I agree.
Whether they
KD had a team that could have beat that team. I mean, but
because no one picked the Bucks over the Pacers in either of those years.
We were wrong. Yeah, I mean, we were just wrong.
Okay, so you were wrong about OKC.
No. OKC could beat that Warrior team. They were up 3-1.
and people picked the Bucks to.
When have the Bucks been up 3-1?
They won
against the.
You know why? Because that best player wasn't good enough to get up 3-1.
Oh, right. They had a Russell Westbrook, ball.
They had Damian Lillard. So Damian Lillard on that level as a point guard?
No.
Damian Lillard not top 75? Damian Lillard not top 75? Okay, cool.
Is he better than Russ?
Whatever helps the agenda, I guess.
Okay, brother. Okay.
Russ averaged 23 that year. Dame averaged like 25.
Oh, I guess. What's per game, I guess.
Okay, so let me just ask you this. Take Russ off the 2016 Thunder. Put Dame on that team. Did they beat the Warriors?
Different team construct.
Look at him.
But actually, they don't. No, they don't beat the Warriors team. No.
Oh, well, it's too late. You already said different team construct. That means you basically admitted defeat.
No.
All right, y'all. The next super chat I got is from Taserman17. Taserman said, Kawhi is my favorite player. Ox and Mars appreciate the support for him, but Ox, with his era with the Clippers, has been the second most disgraceful in NBA history. Ty Lue is the most overrated coach, in my opinion.
When your best player
What's
consistently
the most disgraceful?
Good question.
I don't think. I also don't think it's fair to, and I do understand the logic of Ty Lue, but when your best player consistently breaks down, when the majority of the stuff, this is before they got James Harden, the stuff that you're doing is constructed around him, and now you have to go in a different direction. I mean, you can coach your ass off, but in the end, when I lose my best player, that throws a monkey wrench in everything that I'm doing. And Kawhi Leonard is their best bucket getter. He was the one who attracted the most attention. He was an elite perimeter defender. So the majority of the stuff that they were doing was constructed around him. And when he goes out of the lineup, now I got to rip that game plan up and I have to start all over. And I think it's a little bit unfair with Ty Lue as opposed to if you do have them and you're not getting it done. Those two things aren't the same.
I really don't think people realize how god awful of a stint it's been of Kawhi and PG. Well, Kawhi PG is gone now, but Kawhi in LA. Because not only have you not won a championship, right? You got to LA, you were doing commercials, right? You had the crown keychain dangling in the commercial, right? Obviously, we should have knew that was terrible. He was commercialing for New Balance. Who cares? But
real talk, is this a miserable failure or is this just a failure?
No, chill. It's a miserable failure. You haven't won, and then you created a dynasty. That's the other back end of this. You created OKC. So you didn't win nothing. You traded away Shea. You gave up all your draft capital. You haven't justified that with the chip. You blew a 3-1 lead. You haven't even got to a finals appearance. And then you built a team who finna smack that ass for years to come. This is crazy. This is absolutely...
It hasn't worked out. I'll say that.
It has not.
It hasn't worked.
It's been catastrophic, really. Like, if we're being honest, it really has been catastrophic. You know, even with Paul George, like people were... I remember everyone knows where they were when that news broke, that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard was going to LA. And everyone was like, this team's going to be one of the all-time great defensive teams. This is going to be scary. How is anyone going to be? It's the modern day Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Like, all those conversations were happening. Like, people don't forget that stuff. So it's been a catastrophic failure, this Kawhi Leonard era. How could not to be available?
How could the Clippers make this trade? If you don't make that trade in 2019, you are getting fired on the spot. Mm-hmm. If you have an opportunity,
Paul George coming off finishing third in MVP voting, by the way.
Yes, sir.
So it's not like where you're getting, a Paul George that's just an all-star. This was a Paul George that was, people were debating whether he was the best wing in the game potentially that year. So I think it's just a crazy downfall of the Clippers. Like you said, exhausted all the capital, the draft capital. Now you got Kawhi Leonard, who's supposed to be your biggest. Theoretically, your biggest asset, who no one in the world will trade for. You got a James Harden who's over the hill, but still trying to squeeze the lemon as much as possible. Like, there's just no good situation here. The Ty Lue stuff, I think he's lost a bit of magic this year, but you give him the benefit of the doubt because, in previous seasons, he's kept them above water. But I do think he's lost a bit of that magic this year. So I don't see any positives for the Clippers at all this season. It's going to be on James Harden to try and salvage it so that OKC don't get their pick as well. Because then, real talk, to your point, it's gonna take that to a whole new level.
Real talk, did I get sold the lemon? Is that what's going on right now? Real talk, I got sold a lemon, and I thought it was I thought it was a big time Ferrari. I got sold a lemon.
I don't know if Kawhi was a lemon at the time, but my God, I'll tell you this much. You saw online, y'all started communicating online, chill. Then you met up and she was nothing like she looked.
Don't ever come around here.
Yeah. It was different.
Don't ever come back around here again. Ever. I'm trying to see you again, but don't ever come around here again. I'll call you. Don't do that.
All right, fellas, we about to transition into our fast breakdown segment. If you haven't liked the video yet, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and become a member. But let's jump into the games that happened last night. There were only 3 games. Mm-hmm. We spoke briefly about the Lakers. We spoke briefly about the Magic. We'll talk a little more about those games, but we haven't talked about the Atlanta Hawks getting absolutely obliterated by what most people will call the worst team in the East, if not the second worst team in the East, the Washington Wizards. Up until this point, the Wizards only had 1 win, and then they came out firing on all cylinders in the first quarter. They went up, I believe, 25 points in the first quarter. I don't remember the exact score, but I do know that they put it on them. In the first half, they had 76 points, and they beat the hell out of the Hawks. The final score was 132 to 113. CJ McCollum had a career game. in the latter part of his career. He had 46 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and that wasn't it. Alex Sarr was out there running circles around the Hawks. Alex Sarr had 27 points, 11 rebounds. He was looking like a prime Kevin Garnett. Corey Kispert came out, went 4 for 4 in the first quarter, 4 for 4 from 3 in the first quarter, had 14 points, but he ended up finishing with 19 points on the game. And for the Hawks, Kristaps Porzingis, 22 points, 8 rebounds. Onyeka, 20 points off the bench. And that was really about it. They really got handled. Any thoughts on this game?
I think they were up 31-8 at one point, Ron. To your point in the first quarter, they were up 31-8. We actually got some action between Alex Sarr and CJ McCullough. They ran some action for him. I've been an advocate up here when talking about Alex Sarr that they don't really run a lot of stuff for him. A lot of the stuff that he gets, it's secondary stuff or broken plays. But I thought he was really good in the pick and roll last night, in the pick and dive. He was really good around the basket. I thought he did a good job in cleaning the glass and holding those guys to one shot. I think that he's improving when they get him involved. I think he is improving in the mid-post area. I do like that about him. I would love to see them run more action for him. He can be a little soft, and I think that's because he's young, and I don't think that he's at that grown-up stage yet. I think we're getting there. But, I mean, I think that they got a building. I think that they have a building piece with him. But this Washington team, let's not make any misunderstandings. They're awful. They're terrible. Let's make sure that we're clear about that. They're terrible. 100%.
Chill. They are. But based on what I seen last night in that first quarter and second quarter, and this is before CJ even really got it rolling. In the first quarter, CJ started getting busy he started feeling himself later in the first quarter.
Yep.
But from what I seen them doing, the way they were playing defense and running the floor, like if they do that, I'm not saying they'll be a playoff team or anything, but they showed me that they have promise. Bilal Coulibaly was getting busy. Bub Carrington was getting busy.
Yep.
Alex Sarr was looking good. Corey Kispert was hooping. Like, from what I seen with that, my expectation from them, I don't want to say my expectation for them, but like the way I look at them now, I'm like, all right, you guys got the bones, you got the skeletons of something that could be something promising in the future. Like, if they do bum shit, I'm gonna be looking at them like, what? Come on, like, you guys can be better than that. You're choosing to be weak.
Now, to your point, Mars, they did try to activate the tank button last night, but the batteries ran out, so they couldn't do it because Atlanta just couldn't do anything last night. So ultimately, they got a good win against a good team in Atlanta. So maybe they can build on this. Yeah, maybe they can build on this.
Magic son wasn't hooping last night. That's unfortunate. Also, though, I think CJ McCollum's interesting to me because if he wasn't making $30 million a year, probably would be on a contender right now, coming off the bench or something. But you got. Y'all think
it's no way somebody trades for him?
He makes 30 something. He makes 30 million. Ain't nobody.
Unless he gets bought out and then signs for the minimum.
True.
Yeah, that's the only way I see it. 30 million is too much. I think
that's a lot of dough for CJ. 30 million
for a once in a.
You think that's a lot of dough for him? Yeah. Like when I think about
game, yeah.
I mean, he don't get me wrong. He can still be a bucket getter. And
he definitely can still do that.
He can still be a bucket getter. And if you put him on a team that's a mid-level team that needs more bucket getters, I mean, he could definitely help them. I think he could help the Clippers in terms of I think he can.
I would love him on the Rockets, chill.
I would love him on Miami Heat too. I would love him on that Miami Heat as a rotation guy on Houston too. But real talk, to be honest with you, that 30 million, I don't hate that number. If it was 45, I'd be like, nah, hell no, I'm good. But I think 30 million is a lot less difficult to move than 40, 42, especially with a guy who's long in the tooth like CJ McCollum. I think what are we in year 12 now with him? Year 13, something like that. Because he showed up in I want to say in 12 or something like that. So
yeah,
I think 30 is a lot less difficult to move than 40 or 45, especially with the production that he's giving, because he can still give you a bucket, and that's basically what he would be on your crew for.
And it's a lot better than Chris Middleton, significantly worse to me nowadays. And he's on, what, 33, 34? So comparatively, it's better chill. You're right.
Damn.
Hey, Chris Middleton was hooping last night too.
You couldn't tell.
Like
me
the numbers might not suggest it. He had 12.
He got a
assists,
little
though.
juice left. He got a little.
No, he really
little
do.
juice left.
They both got something for a contender. Chris Middleton was hooping last night. They just beat the shit out of him.
He's still nice in stretches. I'm not gonna argue that. He definitely is still nice in stretches. So
they make starter money, but they're like now cool bench players. That's kind of their problem. That's the issue with them.
Yeah,
that's the magic of the
All
cup
right, well,
run. Anything can happen.
All right, we'll have to see. But the next game I got for you guys is, and keep in mind, all the games last night were NBA Cup games. The next game I got for you is the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers. We've spoken to this game briefly, but just to give you the details, the Magic are now 3-0 in the NBA Cup in East Group B, and the Sixers are 0-3 after their loss last night. Much like the first game, but even worse. The Magic whopped, and I mean whopped, the Philadelphia 76ers by a score of 144-103. Overall, the Magic are now 11-8. The Sixers are now 9-8. And once again in this game, Anthony Black had a career game, 31 points. He also had 3 assists to go with that. 4 for 6 from 3, 12 of 17 from the field. He did a little bit of everything, hit some threes, even had some middies, caught some alley-oops, got some fast break buckets, got to the rack for a couple dunks. He just really had an all-around good game. Also, Franz Wagner, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. On the other end, Tyrese Maxey, who has been very good this season, only had 20 points in 31 minutes for a guy that's averaging damn near 30. Only had 20. And other than that, Jeremy McCain had 15 points off the bench. Sixers just did not have it last night. Do we have any thoughts on this game?
The second quarter was when the game blew open. I mean, they gave up 50 points in the second quarter alone. I mean, I think that the Magic
86 at halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah. The Magic basically, that second quarter was the game. They got whatever they wanted. Anthony Black was getting downhill. He was getting to the rim. They had no rim protection. I thought Quentin Grimes could have been better as a defender. His closeouts were super weak. In addition to his closeouts being weak, they didn't rebound. I thought the second quarter was the difference in that game, despite the rest of it. Because I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the rest of that game because I actually hit Ron and I told him to get Philly off my TV. They were down by 40 at one point. And these are the kind of games where you now have to reevaluate, Damian. You know, what are we doing around here? Like, to get blown out by 40, like to lose a game, I can appreciate that because it's the NBA, and in the NBA, you're gonna lose some tough games, you're gonna have some tough nights. Real talk, when you get blown out by 40, you got to start reevaluating. Like, what are we doing around here, yo? Something's wrong, and we got to start looking at players. We got to start looking at coaches. Like, something's clearly wrong here. What we're doing. This isn't just an off night. Like, to get blown out by 40 is just not at all. Give up 51 points in the second quarter alone. And that was an unacceptable performance from them last night. On top of that, in a cup game where, I mean, we're trying to make waves with the cup tournament, which has actually been really good. But with Philly last night, that second quarter was the difference in that game last night.
Chill. Maybe they need that guy in the way again. Maybe, I don't know.
You mean
the Mars fella?
That best player.
You mean the big guy with the knee problems? That guy.
Yeah.
So what are we on now, Mars? This is his 7th game that he's missed, or
I want to say 8.
7? Okay, I knew it was something like that. And this is something that we knew. It's not like this is new. It's like, oh, what are we doing? We knew this is what it was going to be this season with him being in and out of the lineup. The question is can we get to where we're trying to go until we can get him? Because, like, what's the more or less on Joel Embiid this year? 50 games.
I'm taking the under for sure.
I'm asking way too much.
You'd be lucky he was gonna get like 35.
So I'm asking way too much to get 50 games.
Yes, I don't know why you thought 50 was even doable.
Wow. That's a problem, though, isn't it?
It's a major problem.
Obviously,
I can't get 50 games. I can't get the guy to play almost.
He's played 6. 50.
Wow.
But chill, to you, I think to your point, it's we can't give up 86 points at halftime. Like, it's unacceptable, and some of that stuff sometimes becomes your identity. So I think it's not so much losing games. People are going to lose games, but it's how you lose sometimes too. And when you throw in the Embiid situation, when you throw in the Paul George situation, all of a sudden Philly have it in a really tough spot where, you know, they got to look in the mirror at some stage this season if they don't start to win a few games and ask themselves what they're doing, because this could become a thing if Embiid's not there. If like what you said, the point you made with Kawhi, if we're building an offense around a guy that's never there, when he's not there, we're going to struggle. So we might see blowouts like this consistently for Philly because they actually don't have an offense that's catered to some of these role players. So I think it's more worrying than maybe we realize. I know it's just a one-off game, but the way I saw it last night was this could become an identity for them, and I don't know what buttons Nick Nurse can push here.
Because I feel like, Ron, we're in the middle of two different worlds. Like I feel like we're in the transition of now transitioning to Maxey, but we still holding on to what Joel Embiid used to be. So whenever he plays, we still go to him like he's still Joel Embiid. We still rely on him like he's still Joel Embiid, even though he's not the rim protector that he used to be, even though he's not the rebounder that he used to be, even though he's not the offensive force that he used to be. We're still doing that. Meanwhile, we still have Maxey, who we're trying to make that transition to, who's a guy who can, I mean, we've already had this conversation about how well he plays in DHO and how well he gets downhill and how good he is in playing through contact, and the emergence of VJ Edgecombe as a rook who, yes, he's had his ups and downs as a rook, but this seems to be the future. But we're in a difficult spot off the strength that we can't move up with Joel Embiid because that's going to cripple other teams in terms of the salary cap. But us holding on to him, we can't really figure out the identity of both VJ and Maxey at the same time. So we're in a difficult space right now with the Philadelphia 76ers. On top of that, getting blown out by 40 doesn't help. No, it doesn't.
I don't want to say you guys are overreacting to last night because that is
Ron,
the
they
type
lost
of
by
thing you
40,
overreact
Ron.
to.
Stop.
No, chill. That is the type of thing you overreact to. What I'm saying is I'm not, because obviously Joel's not there. But VJ Edgecombe wasn't there. Kelly Oubre wasn't there. Paul George wasn't there.
That's
Adem
fair.
Bona wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of people that weren't there. And I'm not saying VJ Edgecombe makes a world of a difference.
He does,
but he has started every single game for them.
Yeah, he's a starter.
So like I'm Kelly Oubre is a big factor for this team. So it's like I'm putting all this into context, and the Sixers have been good this year with and without Joel Embiid.
Paul George,
so I'm
good.
I just think last night was one of them where Orlando just came out and they just came out slugging and just punched them in the mouth, and they just weren't able to get back up.
But Ron, how long are we going to keep doing this with Paul George and Joel Embiid? Like, you keep saying, well, Paul George wasn't there.
Until their contract is over, chill.
To me, it's not even Paul George and Joel Embiid. For me, it's actually more so VJ Edgecombe and Kelly Oubre.
Sure.
For me, it's those two.
Yeah.
I expect though when those two are there, it's a different type of toughness that this team's going to play with. You know the type of Kelly Oubre is just a gritty guy.
Yep.
Through and through. And VJ Edgecombe is going to bring a different edge to this team. So for me, it's more so those two. And then it's like if Paul George and Joel Embiid's playing, fine. Well, that's an additive. That's another side dish. But I know what I'm getting with when I have Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, and VJ Edgecombe and Kelly Oubre. I know what I'm getting with them.
Well, yeah, to be fair, when those have been available, they haven't gotten smacked by 40. Like, that's not a thing. When
it is not real talk. It's just not.
Jared McCain's also working his way back as well.
Yeah.
Who?
McCain.
Jared McCain.
Oh, yeah.
He's working his way back.
All right last night.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, fellas, the next game and the last game of the night was obviously the two LA teams going head to head and clashing. And as you guys know, the Lakers beat the Clippers, and they more so pulled it out in the last 6 minutes, but they ended up beating the Clippers 135-118. The score looks larger than the gap actually really felt when you were watching the game. But with this win, the Lakers are now 13-4. They're 3-0 in the in-season tournament, and they will be advancing. They have clinched the division. The Clippers are 2-1. They still have an opportunity to move on to the next round. We'll see how that fourth game goes. But the Clippers in the season are 5-13. In this game, we've spoke on it. Luka Doncic went ballistic. more so in the first half. How much did he finish the first half with? It was 35?
32.
32.
32?
Mhm.
So 32 in the first half. Finished the game with 43 points. Had 13 assists, 9 rebounds to go with that. Austin Reeves also balled out. Went 11 for 16 from the field. 2 for 4 from 3. 7 of 7 from the free throw line. 31 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals for Austin Reeves. Not too bad for a third option. And also LeBron James, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. And the Lakers are just clicking on all cylinders. 5-game winning streak, and they've advanced in the in-season tournament. The Clippers, on the other hand, Kawhi Leonard, 19 points, 27 minutes. James Harden, 29 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. He continued his spectacular play. And that was that for the games last night.
Ron, is it ridiculous to think, in terms of a scoring option, is it ridiculous to think that Austin Reeves is the number 2? And James has basically
Really?
James will play a different role every night. Like, if you need me to be the bucket getter, I'll be the bucket getter. If you need me to be more of the distributor, because Luka is there. And I think Luka supplements a lot of the stuff that James used to do. And now that Luka is there, like, you don't need me to do this stuff nearly as much as I had to do in the past. So we can rely on Austin Reeves just as a bucket getter more than we did on the past. Because what I didn't give him credit for, and I don't give him enough credit. Yo, real talk, Austin Reeves is a go-getter when he gets the ball going to the rim. He nicer with the peel than I gave him credit for. He can get he puts that thing on the floor and he gets to the rim. And he challenges the better bigs and gets to the rim on those guys and scores around the rim. I got to give him a lot more credit than I do for that. But when I think about this, when I think about this Clipper team, when I think about them and the Lakers, I think about a team with the Lakers where James is just finding his way in with this crew. And the more he finds his way in with this crew and the more he becomes more of a utility guy, I just think that they're going to be better. And because that's going to give them more confidence to not worry about, okay, we got to get James involved. We got to play off of him, as opposed to him looking at them going, I'm going to play off of you guys and I'm going to get busy.
Yeah, it's oh, go ahead, then.
I was going to say, I think it's good for them as well. I think it is good for LeBron and Austin Reeves for Reeves to essentially be their second option. I think, Chill, everything you said is spot on. I think LeBron will pick his spots. I think he'll be highly efficient. He's been really efficient since he came back. I think in the non-Luka minutes, he put up sort of 6 shots very quickly. He understands where he can get his. He understands when he has to defer to Luka. I think, obviously, they had no DeAndre Ayton last night as well. So there was potentially a big hole in the middle against Zoo, but they did really well to combat it. But I think a really interesting point is that just generally in the NBA, there used to be a time when we used to question, can 3 guys all eat at the same time? Is there enough possessions to go around? You know, there's only one basketball. We used to have these types of conversations, but with the increase in possessions, with the substitution patterns, with the ability to be highly dynamic offensively, I think that Reeves, LeBron, and Luka, you don't see many big threes in the league anymore, but those 3 can, I think, all eat at the same time, which I think is going to be massive for where this team wants to go. So I think that's a really interesting point, because sometimes someone can come back and it doesn't look sustainable, but this sort of does look sustainable. And that's even with DA sort of getting close to all-star numbers at the same time as well. So they got enough offense. I agree with all your points, Chill.
I think it's interesting how Luka, and I know he hasn't been as efficient as Shea and Jokic, but the fact that we can basically pencil in Luka for like 35,
9 and 9
on a nightly basis, like that kind of consistency in production definitely should be accounted for. And
with 2 steals, by the way.
Yeah, also, yeah. I've been playing a little defense. Played a little defense last night too. I think it works for them, Damian, as far as those 3, because they're all good off the ball. Well, 2 of the 3 are really good off the ball as well, right? So LeBron can be a really good play finisher as far as a spot up shooter. He can cut, catch the ball, finish at the basket. he can seal, because we had a play like that last night where he went down low, sealed early. We got the ball to him. He just laid it up. Like, he's great in transition. He put a lot of pressure on the rim last night. I don't know if y'all were like noticing, like he turned down a lot of jumpers to get to the basket. And I think that is needed due to, like, Luka is kind of jump shot heavy. So it is nice to have that attack as well mixed with Austin. And if Austin, LeBron, and Luka can hit, catch, and shoot threes, I really don't know how you guard them, because you're gonna have to shade your defense one way or another, right? If Luka has the ball, you're probably going to try to overload that side, and if LeBron or AR is on the weak side, right, and we hit them in the corner, AR and Bron, Bron specifically has been a really good catch and shoot shooter for now some time. And if AR can keep that consistent, what he's been doing the last few games, they're unguardable.
Ron, did you know, per Basketball Reference, Luka from 0 to 3 feet, he's shooting 96%. I'm in the matrix. I am in the matrix right now.
Is he really?
Happening?
That's crazy, man.
He's shooting 96% from 0 to 3 feet. And in the mid-range, from 10 to 16 feet, he's shooting over 50%. I think that, because real talk,
maybe Dion should have chosen him.
You talked about the efficiency, right? Luka's been pretty efficient this year. I know that it gets a little tricky when we start to get to the long ball line and we get a little further back. But when we're talking about getting to the rim, when we're talking about finishing around the rim, I said this to you guys before the season started. I think he's the best scorer in the game. And I think that we're going to get back to that. And I think we are. I think we are back to that.
But sure, he's in. I don't want people to get this twisted. Like, he's in the MVP conversation. Like, I know we've fallen in love a little bit with Luka, with Shea and Jokic, but like, Luka's having an MVP type season, and if they continue this, like, he's going to be in that. Like, he's in the thick of that convo. I don't want people to shortchange. I know he missed a bit of time, but he's played enough games now to be considered. But I think, real talk, to your point, the play that really summed it up for me when all three of them can coexist was, I think it was the end of the third when LeBron hit the catch and shoot three as a shot clock expired. And you think to yourself, how many times in his career has he been on the receiving end of plays like that? And it can just unlock a new level to this offense. I don't think the offense is going to be the problem. I think it's going to be the other side. We're going to have to wait and see.
They looked good last night, though, but it's obviously,
James hit one in the corner where I think, was it Luka who found him or Austin Reeves who found him? He ended up relocating to the corner.
It was Reeves. It was Austin Reeves.
It was Reeves who found him.
He hit Chris Paul with the double behind the back.
Yeah, wide open in the corner, wide open. And I'm thinking to myself, if that's the level of one shot creation that you're going to get from guys like Austin Reeves, then I think this team's going to be fine. But Ron, we watched this last night. James Harden went out of the game. I'm sorry, he didn't go out of the game. The end of the third, they were down 2 possessions, not one. I apologize. It was 2 possessions. They were down 5 points. Chris Paul comes in the game. They go on like a 13-2 run, and they end up blowing this game open because they don't have any shot creation. They don't have anybody as good as Chris Paul is as a table setter, as good as Chris Paul is as a distributor, they so are used to James Harden being the bucket getter and being the initiator that Chris Paul doesn't move nearly as well as he used to. They can't get anything going. Meanwhile, the Lakers just run them dudes out of the arena. Straight random dudes out the arena. Now we could use Derek Jones Jr., who's also one of the better transition players. He wasn't available last night, and that actually could help them. But I just feel like this Laker team, that was the difference in the game. The beginning of that fourth quarter is when they blew it open because we had a nip and tuck game up until that point.
All right, fellas, we're going to go ahead and move back into the crunch time chats. You guys have sent through super chats, so we are going to talk about them. Salute to everybody that's in here right now. It's about 1,900 people. We got people on Twitter. We got people on Facebook. We obviously have people on YouTube. Whatever platform you're on, like the video, reshare it, retweet it, whatever the case may be. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, the first one, you guessed it, is from Anna Monica Studio. Anna Monica said, which record is the most unbreakable? Wilt's 50-point game, KD's 4 gold medals, LeBron's scoring record, or Stockton's assist record. Also, we all think 09 Wade and 19 Kawhi is better than Shea, right?
So
Let's start with the first question.
Wilt,
What was the first part?
What's the most unbreakable record? We got Wilt's 50-point game, KD's 4 gold medals, LeBron's scoring record, or Stockton's assist record. What you guys
Wilt's 50 a game average for a season is
not gonna
what
happen.
he's saying.
No one's averaging 50. That's
Yeah,
I
nobody.
think
Nobody's gonna average.
they're all unbreakable. I
To be
think.
fair, I don't think anyone's catching John Stockton either.
Yeah.
LeBron averaged 25 points a game for 21 years in a row. You understand how crazy that is?
I would say KD's gold medals is the easiest one to catch.
because anybody, I
Agreed.
mean, you can get on the Olympic team. If you're one of the best players in the game, you can consistently get on the Olympic team, and we can win without me getting busy, and I can still win 4 gold medals. In order to get to Chamberlain's 50 a game, I'm gonna have to play every game, and I'm gonna have to play every minute. I'm not. There are no games off for me if I'm averaging 50 a game. That's just not the way that's going to work. Not in today's game. No.
Mhm.
So which one do y'all think is more attainable? Breaking Stockton's record or LeBron's scoring record? Because they're both out there. But like,
I think Stockton. I think Stockton's. I gotta say.
Stockton's. Hold on,
Yeah,
who's second in both tiers? Because Chris Paul's second in assists, and he's still how many behind Stockton?
Like 3,000.
3,000, and he's retiring this year. And Chris Paul's one of them. But the next highest scoring
And he's
season
played
is Wilt at
forever.
like 44.
By the way,
So
LeBron's
Wilt's next
still
this
adding
season.
to his significantly.
Is it easier to get 3,000 assists or however many points for LeBron? What's the easier gap?
for a
'Cause
current player,
I think it's harder. I think it's harder to rack up those assists than it is to get the points.
who's the next current player? Is it KD?
Yeah, and he's at 30.
Mhm.
I
He's
would
at
argue
30.
that
He has
if
10,000 points to go.
but I would say,
Not
to be
happening.
fair,
Oh, sorry. Nope.
if you were a player of KD's skill set and you just didn't have as many career-altering injuries as KD had,
But that's part
it
of
would be. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Listen, that would make it therefore attainable. I don't think there's anything you could do to catch John Stockton's record. Like, we've seen a player capable of
Mhm.
putting up a lot of points. He just couldn't stay healthy enough to do it. But he's had longevity. He's put up 27 points per game, blah, blah, blah. So, like, in theory, you could imagine a player of KD's caliber as a scorer just staying healthy for really long. But John Stockton was the healthiest and averaged more assists than everyone. So, like, you're adding both of them. Whereas LeBron might be the healthiest, but he doesn't average more points than everyone. John
Yeah.
Stockton is.
I think the
Mhm.
The problem is as well is that the John Stockton prototype doesn't really exist anymore, where guys don't worry about scoring. Like, you would have to not worry about scoring, be a superstar, and average like 15 dimes a game probably to even scratch the surface. So
I was actually looking up the numbers a while ago, and I was thinking about this. Damian, I need 12 assists for a decade. Just
Yeah.
that's you at your best. John Stockton averaged 8 assists. He was 40.
Yeah, John
Yeah,
Stockton's
that's
second
exactly
all
right.
time in assists per game, and he played 82 like every year. Like,
Yeah,
and
you
he
gotta
played
play
for
every
20
night.
years. Like, it's not.
Mhm.
There's nothing you can do about that. Like
You can't.
even LeBron has only played 82 like once.
Yeah, in 18.
Like, John Stockton just did it. He didn't miss games, and he averaged more assists than everyone not named Magic Johnson, and
Every
played
year.
for longer than everyone not named like LeBron, Dirk, and them. Like,
I'm not going to
Yeah,
see
you
it
don't-
I
again in
don't
my
see any
lifetime.
of them being
And you got to
broken.
look at the time we're in too. Point guards have to score now too.
Way
You
more.
have to be a scoring threat.
That's what
So
I'm
not
saying,
only
yeah.
not
That's what
only
I'm
do you
saying.
have to be a high level scorer, or a high level distributor with a crazy IQ, but you also have to put the ball in the basket at an acceptable rate, or at least just be able to shoot the lights out.
LeBron's
wonder
in
how
year
close
23,
would
and
get if he
LeBron's in
could.
23, and he's 4,000 assists behind, and he's one of the best passers we've ever seen.
4,000. So
And he had the ball a lot
wonder-
in his career. Like, and 4,000. You know how many assists 4,000 is?
So he basically got to have close to what Rondo did, because Rondo, I think, is at like 6,000, something like that, 6,000 or 7,000. So half of what Rondo did.
It's tough.
Stockton had and I keep bringing up this point because I don't think that people understand the significance.
You add Luka's assists and LeBron's assists, you're less than John Stockton.
And it's still not enough.
like
It's still not enough.
That's crazy, yo.
Come on, man. You're not
I wonder how
catching
close Chris Paul.
Wait,
would
hold
be
on.
if he
Where's
grew up
Luka
in
at
this
though
time.
right now?
3,800. He's very far down.
So
But
what
he's
is
in
what
year
is he
8.
on track to do?
How long is he gonna play?
Let's say he plays
Say
double. That's
16
only
years.
6,000.
We in year 8 right now with him.
We're in year
7,000?
8 and he's at 3,800, and he's been averaging 8+ since year 2.
But they
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that Luka, if Luka was to play, he could potentially break the scoring record. They say that about Luka. If he was to play like 20
He's
years, he
averaging
could probably be
29
on
for his
pace
career,
to break
yeah.
the scoring record. So maybe in that way it is true. Maybe Stockton's is more unattainable.
We've seen players who are on pace early on in their careers. They just don't sustain the longevity.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
But we've never seen someone on pace to break John Stockton's record. Other than like Magic Johnson. So like he
I
would
haven't
be
heard
the one.
anybody do that.
If Magic stayed healthy, Magic probably would have set the record somewhere. But even then, like, is Magic playing 20+ years? I don't know. So like, yeah, John Stockton's record won't be touched, but Wilt's 50 is definitely not getting touched. That's not even coming close. But
Stockton had
John
a
Stockton's, I think, is
I
unbreakable.
don't know if you've ever heard me. I keep bringing up this point because it's very important to mention Damian. Stockton had a 3-year stretch where he averaged 14 assists a game on
He's
average.
unbelievable.
14
He's
to
underrated.
14
Have a window
guys.
open?
He's underrated all time, man. I'll die on that hill for sure.
I hear the birds.
Rest
I
in
hit
peace.
Yeah. Mm.
But of the 6
Birds
highest
with
assists
purpose.
per game seasons of all time, John Stockton has 5 of them.
Damien, that's them Australian birds?
You know, the sun's coming up, yo. So the
Just so
birds
you know,
are
he's
awake.
been up all
That's-
night. Just so you know.
It's
Oh,
5. It's 5.
gotcha.
10 past
Okay,
5.
okay.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
All right,
My
man.
apologies.
Let the birds in on the panel. Now you good. You good.
Let him up. Mhm.
It's
Did you say
therapeutic.
5 of them are? So 4
He
to
has
4.
5 of the 6 highest assists per game seasons in history. Shout out to Isaiah Thomas. He has the other one.
Nobody's averaging 50 a game. That's not going to happen. Not in my lifetime. I doubt it.
Chill. That's why he's so high on
Let's
John
do it.
Stockton. Chill.
Yes.
He averaged 14.5 assists. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Where you have
assists.
him as point guard, by the way? Where is he ranked? Behind who?
Magic, Curry, Isaiah, and Stock. Magic, Curry, and Isaiah.
Magic Curry, Isaiah. Can Luka ever crack your top 5 point guard list?
He's got to do something extraordinary. He does.
Like average 35, 9 and 9.
If he could keep doing something like that.
Hey, real talk. Luka is smooth on his way.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna put it that way. He is smooth
Mhm.
on his way for me.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna take too much. I've seen enough.
Damn.
Hunter TV said they gotta let Kawhi take steroids or something. I am tired of tuning into Clippers games, watching a senior citizen have to 1v5 the other team just to have any chance at a close game.
I am
I
feeling
think
bad for James Harden a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
I bet you they've explored that, like some sort of drug, because Kawhi Leonard doesn't look like the type he's interested in any
They've
drugs.
explored that.
I'm
Can I
sure
interest you
they
guys in something?
might have ran that by him real talk, like, hey, how you feel about taking this, or
Oh,
maybe this might help you. But he don't look like the type of player that he interested in any sort of supplements. Nah, he don't look like that type of dude.
Just
not at all.
Can I interest you
supplemental
guys in
pay.
something then?
Yeah.
That's it.
He'll take some supplemental pay, man.
Yes, he
He'll
will.
take some supplemental.
He 100% to do that. I'm telling y'all, Ron, you think I'm on some nonsense? When Kawhi Leonard retires, I won't be surprised if we never see him again. Just like we was doing with Tim Duncan, we was like, yo, what else Tim Duncan?
Yeah.
Does anybody see? I wouldn't be surprised if we never saw Leonard again.
I
Do you
actually
guys
expect
think-
that. I agree with you on that. Like when Kawhi gone, he just gonna be gone.
And it's gonna be hard as hell to
Yeah.
find him. Like, where he at, yo? Has anybody seen him anywhere? Nope.
Mhm.
Do you guys think that there's a quiet sort of part of James Harden that is sort of enjoying this role he's in? I think there's a part of him that
He's the system.
he
I don't think
he
he's
found
enjoying
himself
losing
back in
from
sort
this
of
role.
Houston Rockets days with a high usage and all the freedom in the world and the green light offensively. And this was a guy when he was in Philly, there was questions around, does anyone actually want this guy on their team anymore? I think there's a big part of him that is quietly enjoying this. That's just a side note.
Nice. I told you.
Damien, make no mistake. Make no mistake at all. basketball players are very egotistical because you got to look at it.
Especially
It's
at
a
that
team
level.
sport. It is a team sport, but what is the main part of basketball? How nice are you with the pill? How can you get buckets? Did you go for 30? Did you do this? Did you do that? Are you an all-star? There's a lot of individual accolades within the team aspect. A guy like James Harden, who was at the top of the world, considered the best offensive player ever, all of this good stuff. Like, yes, this is absolutely feeding James Harden's ego. You know how many times that I've played like open gyms or whatever. I've been on garbage teams. We lost. I'm walking in the locker room pissed. I look at the score sheet.
But I got 30.
35. Hey, y'all mad. Hey, I'm calling my dad, texting my friends. Hey, we got smacked by 23. I had 35 though. You know, like James Harden is absolutely.
Hey, Ron, I used to hate when you got to come to the locker room, be fake mad with everybody else. Damn, man, we should have got that one. Golly, man, how we lose the game, bro? I'm just knowing as soon as I leave here, nigga, I had 32-8.
Yeah, like
damn.
Hey, so yeah, James Harden's having the ball right now.
100%.
I think he'd rather
Where
he 100% would rather win though. Yes, he would.
I don't. Probably
Now,
at this stage in his career, probably.
And I know this sounds crazy to you, Mars, but there was a study done between men and women basketball teams, and a guy who's on a team who's getting busy, like to Ron's point, if they're losing and he's getting busy, he's happier with his numbers as opposed to a female team where they're losing. They care more about getting along than they do winning. They don't care much about.
That's nice.
They
Our
don't,
friendship.
Yeah. If we losing, okay. But the fact that we get along, that's more important than us getting smoked every night because we just love each other.
I think that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the kumbaya is the most important.
Yeah, that was
according to the study that I've never
that
heard
was
of,
a
but I
study,
think that's cool. I think that's key.
Because they know they could go home and take it out on their husbands. Women these days. We don't got time to get into this though, fellas, even though I would love to.
I would argue most of them
get
would have wives, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
You knew that was coming, real talk. I don't know why you laughing, real talk.
You better move on, yeah.
You knew that was coming. You knew it was. So
where is Cheese dropped through a super chat of Czar? Whatever that is. We got 70 Czar, fellas. And where is Cheese said, AB Nation. Actually, Cheese. The next time you send in a super chat, you gotta let us know at least what area you reside in.
I think that's
South Africa.
I think.
Let us know for sure, Cheese, what Czar is. But appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate all of our international audience and our international panelists as well. But Cheese said, AB Nation, we are live, Ninja. That's the aggressive performance I've been waiting to see from him. Jet, I'm rooting for you. Let's get some consistency in. That Bane shot versus Portland turned our form around.
You could say that was like the defining moment of the season because everything's like been going up since then. So, shout out to Orlando, man. They look good.
Me and Ox
sometimes it takes
Orlando before this season.
Maybe a game and a half.
Started off rough there, but they're turning things around, man. Maybe they won't make us look like blabbering idiots after all. Maybe we know a little something. Yeah.
That'd be a lesson.
They won 4 their last 5, 8 of their last 10. So yeah, they getting it together.
For Anthony Black, it like with a young player when you come into the league at 20, playing against grown men, it is I say this all the time, but I have to just re-harp on this. It is very difficult to step in right away, especially if your body's not fully developed, and just get active against grown men, guys that have been in this league for 10, 20, 15, however long, veterans. Like it takes some time, and he's still figuring out his way. Like he's not going to do this every night yet, but I'm saying like now he's starting to figure out. Mars kind of alluded to this earlier. Exactly the role that I need to play at, the pace I need to play at, the aggressiveness I need to play at. Some guys have to overexert themselves in order to be good, and that seems like that's what it is for him. He's just literally taking off his stinking hat and saying, "Yo, I'm just hoping. I'm getting downhill. I'm being ultra aggressive. I'm just getting to it.
Yep.
And it
He's
seems
only
like that's
21.
working for him. So keep it up.
He's only 21, man.
See?
And Ron, as well, it's harder when you're the 6th overall pick. It's not like he was taken 36th. You know, when you have that pressure as well, it's like, and then you're beating yourself up because you're not delivering or you're not on track, or people aren't saying you are where you're supposed to be. It all matters, man. So shout out to him, man. I love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got people like Morris Blackman criticizing your every dribble.
Who did I criticize?
Anthony Black. You coming around, no Mars?
Oh, the first week of the season when I said he wasn't playing good.
You are coming around, no Mars. Yes, you are. You
There's nothing to come around to. I said he was playing trash when he played trash. What do you want me to do?
Because he's playing better.
Come around on.
Well, actually, he's playing better, so you are coming around.
No.
Yeah.
That's not coming around. That's just saying what I'm seeing. Like, what?
He's bringing him around.
When he got drafted, I was the one trying to tell you, Chill, that he was good.
No, you.
I was the one telling you Anthony Black was good before he got drafted.
Okay.
Now I'm the one who needs to come around.
When he came, no, that's not true, Mars. Because when
you said I don't think he understands the game. That's what you said. I vividly remember what you said about Anthony Black as a prospect. You said you don't think he understands the game.
Right.
That's what you said.
I did say
and
that.
I was vehemently pushing against that, saying he's one of the highest IQ players in the draft.
Okay.
Vehemently pushing against that.
Now move
forward. I remember what I said about Anthony Black. I liked Anthony Black.
Yeah.
All I said was the first week of the season, he wasn't playing well, and he wasn't.
So
what do you mean coming around?
Now, move forward with that, Mars, because I'm 100% confident that, and I vividly remember me also saying that I wanted to give him the basketball. I did say that, and you weren't feeling that.
And they're not giving him the basketball.
Yeah,
he's playing off the ball.
That's not the point that I was making. The point that I was making that I felt like he was that kind of player that we could give the ball to. You, on the other hand, you didn't like what you were seeing with him at all. Even though you said something good about him originally, you didn't like what you were seeing with him at all. Now he is playing better, and you're starting to turn around. That is going on with you right now, Mars.
It's not about coming around. It's about saying what I'm seeing as it unfolds. If someone plays badly, I'm saying they're playing badly. That doesn't mean I think they're a bad player. When Anthony Black was playing bad, I said he was playing bad. When Anthony Black is playing good, I'm going to say he's playing good. Sure. That's not coming around. My opinion on Anthony Black.
But you had a negative connotation around Anthony Black, though. You were saying he was playing bad when he was playing bad, but you also made it seem like you didn't really think there was too much hope for him turning it around and playing very good.
When did you get that? Why? How did you get that feeling?
Because the undertones of your words.
I disagreed with Swiper strongly about what he was saying about Anthony Black. Because he
How
told
did
me
you feel about Anthony Black?
He told me Anthony Black was a good pull-up shooter. I thought Anthony Black was cool. I liked his defensive upside. I liked his defensive upside. I liked his physical tools. Sure. I liked his passing ability. I didn't like his on-ball ability due to the lack of outside scoring and overall the lack of functionality as a creator. I still don't like those things. He's an off-ball wing. That's what he is. But he's doing really good at what he is right now. Can he develop as an on-ball creator? Sure, he's 22. 21. But my opinion of Anthony Black doesn't change with the wind. If a guy's playing badly, cool. If a guy's playing well, cool. The overall opinion of the guy hasn't changed. I haven't just become way lower on him. He's about as good as I thought he was. He's just found the role that makes him maximize. And that's what good coaching does. That's what buying in does. Sure. Good on him. He's an off-ball wing right now with defensive potential, switchability, good length, really good athlete, can play in the dunker spot, play around the rim, good cutter, is now making spot-up threes. That's a good improvement. But he's still not a point guard. He's still not an on-ball creator. And those are the things I said he couldn't do. And he's still not doing them. So I haven't come around to anything. The same things are still true. All I can say is he's playing better. That's not coming around. So that's Miles, saying what's happening.
Yesterday's a prime example. He wasn't just catching the ball and going. He was creating shots for himself, which is something that you were very critical. I told you he got downhill off the
bounce.
Which is something that you were very critical of him about. And don't get me wrong, Miles. I'm not saying that you. I'm not saying
he doesn't.
What I'm saying, what I'm not saying is that your opinion changes with him like the wind. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that with what he's doing good, it seems like you're coming around to that a little bit more. That's what it looks like to me throughout the course of the season, that you're starting to see those things that you were critical of him, and now he's improved at those things, and now you're starting to come around a little bit more to go, you know what? Not that you were wrong, but he's getting better.
Improved at the things I said he's not good at. He's slightly better.
But he has improved.
So no, I'm letting you know I haven't come around to anything. My opinion of Anthony Black is the same. That's what I'm telling you. Whether you think my opinion of him is wrong, cool. I haven't come around to anything. That's what I'm telling you. my opinion from 3 weeks ago is the same as now in terms of Anthony Black as a player. In terms of how well he's playing, that's different because he's playing better. But my actual opinion of who Anthony Black is as a player is the exact same as it was 3 weeks ago when I said he was playing trash. If Tyus Jones goes on a stretch in a month where he's actually playing well, I will say Tyus Jones is playing well. That does not mean I have come around to Tyus Jones and think he's good.
Those two things are not the same thing, Mars. Those two things are not even close to the same thing because you've always been critical of Tyus Jones. Always. You have not always been critical of Anthony Black. So that's not true. But I understand that we do have to move on.
LeVar B. Ballin said Kawhi after the game said they need more talent as well, real talk. But we know how Ox is going to play Captain Save a Ho. Damn, Ox.
And captain that ship did he do right when he was up here. Kawhi Leonard is taking a lot of the salary cap, doesn't play, and says we need more talent. Fairs Kawhi. Shout out to
more
you.
Talent. Their team isn't that talented.
They do need more talent. They need his talent as well. That would be great.
Talented. They're just old, man.
Why can't we just accept that, Damian? Why? Why can't we just accept
like
that?
if you just run against them, you're gonna score 120. Like that's
get up and down the floor.
It's just like
The Prodigy sent through a super chat and said the East plays a more physical brand of basketball. That's why it's always a dogfight in the finals, no matter how bad the East looks. I wouldn't be surprised if Orlando or Miami takes OKC to 7. Orlando just took Houston to overtime.
Are we still on that? Because that's been the narrative a lot. Even when I was your age, like that was the narrative with the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I was your age at one point. Yeah. That's always been a narrative with the Eastern Conference, that the Eastern Conference is just rougher than the West. Is that really what's going on today? Because we do have a style of play in the league that's translated to just not only, they ain't just playing this style of ball in the West. They're doing this in the East too. They're playing fast in the East. They're cracking the long ball in the East. They're getting up and down the floor in the East. They got finesse players in the East. So that is what's going on.
It's probably
I disagree with that.
It's an old sort of thing that's lingered around after the Bad Boys were around, after Bird Celtics were around, after MJ's Bulls were around. But I agree. I don't think it's necessarily true anymore. I will say though, this Detroit team's got some dog in them. Like they're physical. They're standing on sort of traditional roots, which I love to see. I think we'd all like to see a little bit more physicality in the league, but I think the West is just as physical. The West is tough too, man. The West is nasty.
Got some dog teams too,
the Legion of Boom is in the West. What y'all talking about?
And then, but then also, real talk, where you at? Houston, you're not going to just walk into Houston and think you're not going to get touched up. I don't think Denver's a soft team.
Denver is not soft.
The Spurs got a little fight to them too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If you think that Minnesota's soft, you wild as hell because they're not soft neither. Yeah, no, they're not. Mm-mm.
And then even when you go further down, the Warriors got Draymond Green, and they got a little something to them. And then also too, and then also I don't think the Blazers are a soft team either.
No, they're not
either.
Mm-mm. So let me real talk. How close are we to Oklahoma City clotheslining people? How close are we to that?
As soon as Lou Dort starts playing regularly again, so whenever that happens, we're right back to where we used to be. Yeah. Shout out linebacker Lou, man. Linebacker Lou's amazing.
All right, fellas, what I do want to do is look into the in-season tournament right quick and just look at the standings, look at where teams are standing right now or looking right now, see who's in and all of that good stuff. As of right now, the 3 games last night were played, but we have today's games. All today's games are in-season tournament games, and all of Friday's games are in-season tournament games. And we will know by Friday which team will be advancing and which teams won't be advancing. So I'm going to pull up this post. Give me a second. Bear with me. All right, here we go. So this is what we are looking at. I'll zoom in a little bit. All right, so in the East Group A, Toronto has advanced. They are 3-0. It doesn't matter what happens in their last game. They will be advancing. They are a plus 53. In that group, at number 2 is Cleveland. They are 2-1 at a +33. Cleveland still has an opportunity to advance. I don't know who their next game is against.
They got to play Atlanta.
Atlanta. So they have Atlanta. Do they have Atlanta tonight or is that Friday?
That is. I just had it, Ron. Hold on. I'll get it to you. I'll give it right back to you. They have Atlanta tomorrow. I'm sorry, Friday. Today is Friday. Yes, sir. The 28th. I'm sorry. Okay. Next Friday. The 28th.
This Friday. This upcoming Friday.
That is this Friday. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, Friday, the 28th. Yes, sir. I don't know why I thought today was Thursday. I'm wild. That's why I was thinking next Friday. I'm sorry.
So Cleveland is still alive. Then you got East Group B. This is the most exciting group out East, if you ask me, strictly because the Magic are 3-0 and the Pistons are 2-0. And the Magic have to play the Pistons in their last game in order to advance. So what that means is this +61 and +27 really means a lot. But however, the Pistons can still lose tonight and still get in if they beat the Magic with that last game because it's head-to-head that matters more than the point differential. So
that's on Friday as well, yeah.
Yeah, so that game's going to mean it really is the winner gets in that game for
with
sure.
With Orlando smoking Philly the way that they did, it's going to be almost impossible to catch them because they beat Philly by 40.
No, chill. So the point differential doesn't matter. If
Detroit beats them, it doesn't matter
Yeah. So the Pistons can lose tonight and be 2-1 and go into that game, and Orlando's 3-0. But if the Pistons beat them, they win the group because both teams will be 3-1. But the Pistons beat the Magic, which is the tiebreaker. But the Magic will still more than likely get in just because they have the biggest point differential. And even if Cleveland's 3-1, they'll get in just because their point differential is bigger, unless Cleveland does something crazy.
Right.
But the winner of that game on Friday is absolutely going to get in.
I got it.
It's also going to be a good litmus test for the Magic, playing
Magic and the Pistons.
Yeah. Two good teams playing each other, playing for something as well. I want to see what Atlanta looks like in that game.
And then moving on to the next group, the Bucks play the Heat tonight, but no Giannis. So the Bucks are at the top of this group, but we can kind of, the writing's kind of on the wall. The Bucks still have to play Miami.
No, it's not, Ron. Because Milwaukee got Darvin Ham undefeated in the cup games.
So you did not have to do this right
I'm
now.
100% doing that. Yes, I am doing that. Yes, sir. I'm doing
that. Torian Prince too, right?
Milwaukee still has to play the Heat, and their fourth game is against the Knicks. So Darvin Ham or not, it's still an uphill battle, but we'll just have to see how this pans out. The Knicks are 1-1 right now, but all hope is not lost. Once again, they still have to. The Knicks have to play the Bucks for their fourth game, but tonight they have the Hornets, so they can always go 3-1. And what's their point differential right now? Their point differential is a -2. Man, they're gonna have to win. They're gonna have to get to it in these last two games. Yeah. Or the Heat just have to lose to the Bucks, which. But all right, so that's what it is for the East. We'll see what happens with East Group C. East Group A, we know Toronto's advancing. East Group B, Friday is going to be the end-all, be-all for Detroit and the Magic. And then we'll see which team slips in after that. It's looking like too close to call right now. I don't know. We'll know by Friday, though. As for the West, things are also interesting with West Group A. OKC is 2-0, plus 63 point differential. The Suns are 2-0, plus 23. And the Wolves are still lurking around. They're 2-1, but they have a plus 53. And in this group, this is who's going to be playing each other. So tonight, we will see OKC in Minnesota, the game that Mars was talking about. This is a crucial game, critical game. If Minnesota wins, they have a good chance of getting in.
No.
I think they jump Oklahoma. Well, no, the point differential, they don't jump Oklahoma City. They're still behind Oklahoma City.
They'll jump them with the tiebreaker, though.
Right. And if Phoenix is going to beat, I think Phoenix is going to beat Sacramento. And then they're going to.
Phoenix still has to play OKC too, though.
Yeah. And that's going to be for the group.
Yeah.
I think that's going to ultimately be for the group, for the group title. So.
Do y'all think Minnesota give OKC some comp tonight?
I think that they hang around for a little while, but I think Oklahoma City ultimately
They're gonna win.
You got Minnesota beating them, Mars?
Yes, they are going to win. It's the most obvious win of the season. But
So
you
Mars
guys
is
can doubt if you
trolling.
want.
I'd feel better if it was in Minnesota.
I said the Suns were gonna beat the Timberwolves. Apparently, I was trolling about that too, and then the Suns won.
They had no business beating them dudes, Mars.
Okay, but they did. The
They did
Timberwolves
beat
are
them.
going to win.
Timberwolves should be
Quite
3-0
obvious.
for
I should
real.
probably take some dough and go put it because Mars sounds pretty confident about it. I should probably take some dough and go put it on.
It's like the most obvious win of the season. They
Yeah, I
just
should probably
lost
do
the
that.
game to the Kings. So guess what? They're gonna turn around and play the best team in the NBA and win. It's the script is so obvious.
Activate Splash Sports on that.
I was about to say, Ron, if I want to take some dough and go put it and go put it on Minnesota to win, how can I do that?
Well, I mean, it's very easy. You scan the QR code
Mm.
or click the link in the bio, and then you
Ah.
get over to Splash Sports and go get the money that Mars is so eagerly trying to tell you guys that it's obvious that you can win.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I think
moving on to
Ant's
West.
going to be guarding Shea a lot tonight too. By the way, I think that's going to be.
He's gonna take pride.
Yeah, Shay's
Moving on
not
to
gonna
West
be as
B.
prideful. He's going to hide in the corner.
In West B, we got the Lakers up 3-0. It's not really too much to talk about in this group.
They gotta
The
beat
Clippers
Dallas
can still
in straight.
potentially sneak in, but I highly doubt it.
Hmm.
They have one more game. No, the Clippers will be playing against Memphis.
Yep, the Clippers do. So all the Lakers got to do is beat Dallas, and they win the division.
No, the Lakers have already won.
Yeah, we already
so
punched.
so
Yeah,
it's done.
we already punched our ticket. Yeah, we.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about beating Dallas. You're already in because you beat the Clippers already. Okay, I got you. You beat the Clippers, you
Yeah.
beat New Orleans, and you beat Memphis already. And
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm with you.
I
And
think
last
we're
but
going to
not
win
least-
this thing again. By the way.
Y'all got action.
Yep.
Hey, y'all rolling right now, 3-0. Y'all obviously have advanced. Y'all got action.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, we got West Group C. Remember, this was the division of death. And as of right now, the Blazers are slotted to win this division. And if they win tonight, in fact, the Blazers will advance. However, the Blazers have to play the San Antonio Spurs. Do we see the Blazers winning this game tonight?
2-1 with a negative point differential is amazing.
That's
So
nuts.
how are they top?
That is nuts.
Wouldn't Denver be top?
Nah, because Denver. Oh, yeah. No, they beat Denver.
No, the Blazers beat Denver. That's
Oh,
what
so it's head to head and then
head to head.
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
They beat Denver and they beat Golden State too. So
How
And
much
no
did they
Wemby-
lose to Houston
Told you
by
guys
in
the
that
Blazers
game?
will win the division too. I said that as well. Guys don't know ball.
I think I picked Denver to win.
Yeah,
this.
no.
I actually don't know if I
tonight.
said that. I actually don't.
You
know if I
did
said
not
that.
say that, Miles. How about that?
I said that.
You didn't say that. No.
But I could have just lied and let it keep going. But I
Yeah.
decided to be honest. I own up.
So here's the thing. The Blazers and the Nuggets both play against the Spurs. Once again, if the Blazers beat the Spurs, they're in. If the Spurs beat the Blazers, then the Spurs can still get in with 2 more wins. They just have to beat the Spurs and beat the Nuggets.
The Spurs could get in with 2 more wins. They still got to beat the Trailblazers and they got to beat Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And they also need they need to beat the Trailblazers and they need Denver to lose to San Antonio. Yeah. Okay.
I got the Spurs winning this division. They finna clean up tonight and then clean up Denver on Friday.
The Blazers going to beat the Spurs tonight, which is unfortunate. But I do think the Blazers go ahead and wrap this on up tonight. Fox going to go crazy, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's that with the NBA tournament. We'll obviously be back tomorrow to recap everything that happens in tonight's games. And then Friday, we will have the perfect, clear picture of who's going to be advancing, who's the wild card team, who's the matchups, all of that good stuff. But in the meantime, Chill just mentioned it. Mars gave you guys a layup, but in case you missed out on it, get over to Splash Sports and put your money on everything. Blazers, Wolves, and not Clippers. Also, while you're doing that, make sure to join in on the NFL Tiers Thanksgiving contest. The deadline entry is tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we also have an NBA Friday, Black Friday, NBA Cup tiers contest too for you to enter. Once again, both of these contests are $1,300 on the line. So if you enter both of them, and if you cook in both of them, you can leave up $2,600. And they're only $15 to get in. And as if that's not enough, ladies and gentlemen, there is a cherry on top for both of these contests. Splash Sports will be giving away an NFL or NBA jersey of your choice to one entrant in this contest. You don't have to win it. You just have to enter. They will select a name out of a hat, and somebody will win a free jersey for both contests. So you have opportunity to not only win $1,300 with each contest, but you also have an opportunity to win a free NBA or NFL jersey. So y'all, join in, test your luck, and also put your basketball knowledge to the test. And as of right now, I do want to give a splash of the day. And that's going to go to none other than CJ McCollum. CJ, I watched you cook. I watched you put the Sixers in a blender. I watched you turn back the clock and get busy last night. So for that, I got to give you the splash of the day. 46 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. CJ hit 10 threes last night, and he was just going
10.
bonkers.
That's a Wizards record, by the way.
You know what else is a Wizards record, Damian? 1 in 14. That never happened before. They've never done that in the history of their franchise. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, they're
Shout
not
out
too
CJ.
bad.
Ron, this in-season tournament is definitely grown on me. I thought it was a money grab. I thought it was just something that was not going to be good, but it's been really competitive, and it's really brought some life to the regular season. Yes, it has.
Definitely. I'm curious to see what this tournament looks like. Curious to see what Vegas looks like. I think it's good. We're gonna have a nice little ride up until I think it's December 16th, 17th?
Something like that.
I think it's the 17th. That's the championship. So yeah, we're gonna have a nice little 3 weeks with this in-season tournament, how everything plays out and all that good stuff.
I would have loved to have seen the and I know Real Talk roasts me for this, but I would have loved to have seen the in-season tournament back in the 90s, like what it would have looked like. It would have. I think it would have been dope competition.
Oh no, yeah, it would have been for sure. I wouldn't roast you for that, chill. You know what I'm saying? I respect 90s basketball.
Even in the 2000s, like San Antonio and the Lakers in the same division.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been.
I would have loved. I love it. I love it, chill. I love the in-season tournament. I wish it was around in the 90s and the 2000s because it would have added to some of this legacy stuff. I think similar to how FA Cups. I think Mars hold a little bit more weight in some of those type football discussions. I think the NBA Cup could have done the same if it had the history, but it will get there. Like we're going to sit here in 20 years and we're going to say this player and this player has 5 NBA Cups or 4 NBA Cups, and it's going to matter. It just needs time to grow that.
100% is going to matter. Yes, we are. I'm the in-season tournament champion. Yep.
They do need to get better with these courts, though. I saw last night. I don't know what it was, but I know y'all did the Laker Clipper game too. A lot of slipping going on out there. I was getting.
Can y'all do your job on the baseline? Can y'all get on your job, guys? What are y'all doing?
Said it after the game as well.
Somebody said after the game.
Luka said the courts were too slippery, like it's dangerous.
Now remember too, where they play, they still play in the same arena with the LA Kings, so it may have something to do with the condensation from the ice. So that might have something to do with it too.
All right, fellas, let's go ahead and jump into these super chats. We are now in the crunch time chat segment. I appreciate everybody that's tapped in, especially those that have watched the video for the whole 2 hours and 37 minutes. I appreciate everybody that's liked the video. If you haven't liked the video, do your job. We doing our job. And also, last but not least, shout out to our Hall of Famers, Daddy Pig, Kingster, Multi Kenny, Worldwide Mace Television, Cheese, Bulletproof, Vale, Small Boxes, Drago NBA, Brett Bovia, Teddy Hart, Daleski, Rob Deere. Those are all the Hall of Famers. If you're not a Hall of Famer yet, go ahead and join up and enjoy all the perks that come along with being a Hall of Famer. All right, the first super chat I got is from ha. Sent through a super chat and said, Caleb Wilson is so nice, Ron. He plays hard on defense. He's shown shooting upside. He's athletic as F and rebounds. Well, he gonna fit perfectly in OKC. Hey,
we need to
As if
stop
you
this
don't
from
already have a
happening.
6-bedroom house, and then you got another one on the beach, and then you got another one in Aspen, and then you got another one in Paris. You want another one? Give me a break.
hey, chill. I would prefer. Hey,
Bless
they
you.
could get 2 of the top 3 guys
Mm-hmm.
before they get
Bless
Caleb
you.
Wilson.
Bless you.
The way he will fit in at that 4 spot next to Chet for the rest of eternity, I'm telling you, that would be. I would rather them get AJ and think about whether that 3-point shot comes around or whether his game translates. Caleb translates now perfectly. Perfectly. I slide in and I just like Case and Wallace. Essentially a 6'9", 6'10" Case and Wallace.
You want to see it
Wow.
happen, Ron, or you want some parody
6'9",
around?
6'10" Casey Wallace.
It'd be just like that. I'm not saying like
Talk is
he's
like waving the
exactly
what?
that.
Hold on.
I'm saying like the defense, the
Mhm.
dog, the running the court, and the way that he just fits in seamlessly, like it will be just like that.
Don't forget
Oh,
about
you saying he's
Nico
like
that got
he's ready to play? Is what
from
you're saying.
Yeah, like from what he'll bring to the table, like it's not like we're not coming in here expecting him to ISO and do all of this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
literally gonna come in, pick up full court, run the court and catch alley oops, get tip dunks, and be a menace on defense.
So we
And,
also
and
got
move
the-
without the basketball.
So we also got the kid. You already know how I feel about the kid that Mars won't hand over. Then you also got the kid from Georgetown who's also got a torn up knee who's coming back next year for them also. So, I mean, Oklahoma City is set up pretty nicely for a long time. They set up pretty nicely for a long time. Somebody living right over there in Oklahoma City. That's all I
Yeah,
really
if they do
somebody
like a
living
run
right,
of
though.
dominance that I'm thinking that
Mhm.
that they will, yeah, there's going to be some very uncomfortable conversations going on. Like I'm very much sure of that if they win like 4 championships in the next 5 years or something like that, Shay's going to be getting into Jordan and LeBron conversation.
And I ain't entertaining none of these conversations about, yo, he was on a bomb squad and he had this and I ain't entertaining none of that. I'm not.
He already having seasons on par with Michael Jordan and LeBron James. It's a fact. Sorry.
Flow State said Luka maybe should take the second stint Cleveland LeBron approach, where Bron would start off facilitating to get everyone in rhythm, then get going after. Y'all agree with this? Or should Luka play how he played last night and just come out gunning?
I don't think the difference between LeBron and Luka is I think that Luka takes what he wants, but I think LeBron takes what the defense gives him. I think there's a slight difference in the way they get others involved. I think LeBron genuinely enjoys playmaking for others, whereas Luka understands that, hey, I'm getting doubled now. I can throw it at the rim and Jackson Hayes is there. I think it's a little bit different. I don't necessarily think, like, Luka gets great assist numbers. I don't necessarily think he goes out there with the intention of getting everyone involved early. I think he's looking for his shot in the first quarter.
Last night was evidence of that. He went for 32 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think there's definitely different. They can do similar things when they play make, but I think their mentality is actually different. I actually think Luka goes out to score the ball and passing comes second, whereas LeBron, especially in Cleveland's second stint, he would intentionally go out because he knew he needed JR to hit a couple shots tonight. He knew he needed, Kevin Love to get going early in the first in the first quarter, and he could finish off the game in the fourth. I think it's a little bit different, but either way, Luka's gonna get his. So.
Yeah, I agree with. I think Luka's best thing is his scoring. Like he's a scorer that he can so happen to pass the ball very well. Whereas LeBron is a little bit more, like you said, Damian, pass first.
Yeah.
And there was a play I saw between the both of them. LeBron had it like mid post. Rui cut baseline. LeBron sees it, gets it to him, dunk. Right? Basically the same action. Luka gets it mid post. Rui cuts. He's open. He doesn't see him at all because he's finna bump fade, which is what he ended up doing. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of the difference right there. I see. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, cool.
Exactly right.
DSG Piccolo has some words for you guys about his Blazers. DSG said, Shaden is questionable tonight. I hope the calf is fine. Should be a good fight. Need a Klingon masterclass. Tumani, lock in, bruh. Gonna be Point Denny again. Caleb Love, can you give me one more game? Hey, chill. We just need one more. Can you give us one more?
Legendary clip, chill. Legendary clip, chill.
I think it's crazy that I still get reference for that. I did that
all time. No, all time. Great, all
I think
time.
we're going on like 5 years now that I did that. And like people think it's I didn't try. I wasn't trying to be funny when I did it. But people think I'm a meme now.
I reckon I see it maybe once a month easily. Chill.
Yeah, like what the heck?
Real talk look like a super intelligent beaver. Do you know what a dumb beaver looks like? Do you know what but I don't know. I guess I'll take it as a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at least I'm smart. You got another nigga picture in your profile. Shouts out to you though. Must be one of the Swiper's friends in Atlanta.
Shout out to Swiper's friends in Atlanta.
Facts.
Heard he got some good ones. The Julius Irvin sent through a super chat and said, I'm a bookmark this episode for when the Pistons win 60+ games and beat y'all favorite teams in the West and make the finals or win the championship. How about that?
I'm here for it.
Said they would go into the finals, so leave me out.
Mars did. So
I did not
relax,
say that.
Julius. You have a friend up here.
I'm here for it.
I would love to see them in the finals.
I'm here for it. Because I want to start the nasty Cade conversation, which will be disgusting. Yes, it will be.
What's the nasty Cade conversation?
Oh, Cade is a top 10 point guard all time. Yes, sir. Yes, Cade is a top 5 point guard all time. Yes, sir. Cade wins the Finals MVP, a top 5 point guard all time. He's the best point guard in the NBA, by the way. He ain't a good point guard. He's the best point guard in the NBA. He's a top 5 point guard. He's now better than, and I 100% know that if he gets busy in the playoffs and he does what I think he's gonna, if he does what people think he's gonna do, this one over here with the glasses, the Magic Johnson Cade conversation will start.
I'm not starting Magic.
I promise you that conversation.
No, I'm not.
It is going to get nasty, though.
No, I'm not. I don't know if this is a reaction to what I said about Shay. Shay's actually like that good production-wise, at least. Cade's not in these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Cade's got a long way to go before we're having top 10 point guard combos and top 5 point guard combos.
Listen to what you just said, real talk, because remember, we in SGA Kobe conversations. We doing that. And was we doing that 2 years ago?
No.
We were not doing that 2 years ago. All of a sudden, there's a parade in Oklahoma City. Now we in Kobe Bryant SGA conversations. Boy, we get a parade in Detroit. It's gonna be some nasty conversations. I promise you.
We shouldn't be, but we should.
Actually, Chill, you just made me think about that. You are absolutely right.
So put that on your mind.
Shameful from the young generation.
Put that on your mind.
2 years ago, wasn't nobody thinking about Shea Kobe.
And we still shouldn't be. And we still should not be.
Kobe. In 2 seasons.
No, we're not there. We're not there.
No, we're not.
I don't know what to tell you. The guy got back.
No, bro.
He did. He got back. He's
all right, so we got some new members. Mav Don became a new member. Shout out to Mav Don. Kareem Miles also joined up, and we got a couple, y'all, by the name of Chris and Tasha. Chris, happy to have you here. Tasha, happy to have you here. Even happier to have both of you guys together, living large and in charge, and here with us on the panel. Thank you for joining up. Also, Arrowado. Shout out Arrowado for joining up and becoming a member too. The next super chat I got is from Anna Monica Studios. Yes, you guessed it. If the investigation finds Kawhi guilty, what happens to him? Great question.
No, I'm not the prosecutor.
Jail.
I mean, what usually happens anyway? It's not playing basketball anymore. So
I don't think he did anything illegal in terms of the law. I do know that the draft got not the draft. I'm sorry, the salary cap got circumvented, but I don't think he did anything illegal in terms of the law. So
Yeah, he can't go to jail. By the way, yeah, and just FYI.
Guys, the birds are chirping. The sun's coming up. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Huh?
later, good
All
to talk to
right.
you, brother. Yes, sir.
All right, we got a super chat from Hitchamel. Hitchamel sent through a super chat and said, Ox, how much is the KDL paying you? KDL meaning Kawhi Defense League. Any guesstimations, y'all?
I don't know. I don't know if we at the vans outside yet, but there's definitely somebody that's got some books together. I ain't gonna fight that. Yes,
I know how much they're paying Ox. I'm just not gonna out my friend. But do you guys have
Yeah,
any guesses?
I think he gets some of that aspiration money. So, probably about 20% of that they pay. What they paid him in about 28 million, I think.
Ox is on the books.
Yeah, Ox
30%
living good over there off that Kawhi money.
Ox on
It's
the books.
funny to see Ox. So Ox will be like objective about everything. And then we get to talking about Kawhi Leonard, and that shit just leaves the building immediately. It's fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they print money off them trees and giving it to Ox.
Mhm.
Shout out to it.
Mm-hmm.
J Tech 8770 said Mathurin, Shepard, and Walker. Which one would not be with the Pacers next year?
Isn't Walker still on
Benedict
his rookie
Mathurin,
deal?
Ben Shepard, Jairus Walker.
I think
I
Walker.
think Ben Shepard and Jarris are both on their rookie deals.
They're still in their rookie deal. Mathurin signed an extension.
I don't know. I don't keep up with Pacers contracts. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretend I do.
I don't either, to be honest with you, Mars.
Be either.
Yeah,
Be
I
either.
don't.
Yeah, Pacers fans could. I'll look, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend to know something I don't. Indiana, where we at?
I know that. I know that Mathurin. How long Mathurin been in the league? We in 25 right now. He been in the league.
Came
what?
in 2022.
Okay, so
To answer the question, I think
Mathurin
it'll probably
doesn't
be
have an
Benedict Mathurin.
extension. They're all on their rookie deals.
they're
None of
all
them
on
have
their
an
rookie
extension yet.
deals.
Yeah, it'll probably be Benedict. He's going to be the most expensive.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably end up walking, or he may even potentially be traded.
There's
Sign
no
and
way
trade.
they let him walk out the front door. They can't do that. They got to get something for him. Mm-hmm.
Animatica Studios said in a 21 redraft, is Austin Reeves top 5?
In a 20.
Who's the 21 draft? Is Cade? Is that
Cade,
Cade's draft?
Mobley, Scotty Barnes, Şengün, Franz, Jalen Johnson.
So Cade at 1, Jalen Green at 2, Mobley at 3, Scotty Barnes at 4, Suggs at 5. Which one of them does he go ahead of?
Suggs is
Jalen Green.
gone.
Well, he's better than Jalen Green. So,
Yeah, Jalen Green too.
I mean, if you're doing a redraft based on just who's the best players from that draft, yeah, I think Austin Reeves is a top 5 player, like today of the 25 drafts.
Is he?
Yeah.
Or is he playing like that?
Yes.
He's not better than Cade.
Okay.
He's not better than Franz. He's not better than Şengün.
Or Mobley?
Do y'all believe he's better than Mobley?
He's better than.
No.
Then what? Then who?
No, he is.
I don't know why is Franz just better than an AR like that?
Why is
I'm
Franz-
asking you a legit question. Tell me why Franz is just better than Austin Reeves. Oh, it's because you're watching him. I'll give you that.
He's borderline top 5. Then at worst, he's like 7th. There you go. At worst,
All right, you can say that.
I could get with that. That I couldn't get with. Yeah, I could get with that.
You trying to push?
Y'all gonna
Austin
put
over,
some
bro.
respect on Austin Reeves' name, bro.
Hey,
And
I was
I'm not-
talking about him earlier today.
Ironic of all people.
I'm not walking nothing back this year. What I say about AR too. He's better than Zach LaVine. And I think we all can agree on that now.
You said that last year, but you said
Can
that
we?
like tiptoeing. Like you wasn't really sure that you should say it, even though I think you believed it, but you wasn't really sure if you should say it. But this year, you like, I'm
Real
saying
talk,
it.
the king of walking back what he says. I don't say
Is
nothing. Real
AR
talk.
is AR better than
Nothing that real
LaVine?
talk said. When a player's hooping, I kind of just go in one ear and out the other with real talk on what he says. Because like 2 bad games, all of a sudden,
Garbage.
Yeah, not as good. Like, just shut up, man. I ain't listening to you.
That is
I
not
don't
true.
care.
Real talk will get
Oh,
over that hill
God.
quick as hell.
I already saw it yesterday. This man was like, yeah, Shea better than Luka. 36 hours later, Luka makes 7 threes. Interesting. I was watching you on play.
I didn't, but I didn't change.
I was
the
watching you on
opinion.
play. Let me
I
see that.
didn't
Let me see
change
that
the
another
opinion.
3 or 4 games from Luka. I'm gonna see the tweet. I was trolling. That's what it's gonna be. I was trolling.
No, man. No, man. You know, I think.
Yo,
I
shout out to-
honestly, I think Shea's better than Luka. Like that. I'm kind of there.
Until
I
Luka
think I'm
starts
with
shooting
Luka.
40% from 3 for the next 2 months.
It's a tough one, but I think I'm with Luka. But shout out to Trey Byers on Facebook. He is the only one that liked the video. If you are on Facebook, hit that like button. We got another super chat from Kai Martin. Kai said, got to talk about CJ's 46 bomb on Dyson's head top, respectfully, and a beautiful Mo Gay poster. Dub Wizards, Dub Vic Crazy, second best player.
Yeah, we
It's the
talked
second
about
best
it.
player.
We talked
We're
about
going
it.
to talk about Vic being the second best player.
He won them a game against the Clippers like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know. They made like 8 threes, banked one in the fourth. Tough.
Salute to Vic Crazy. Hey, chill right quick. Lisa Bonet or me alone?
Lisa Bonet is more my type.
Hey,
Let's get to Google.
Yeah.
me too.
The hippie
We got
fit.
another super chat from, you guessed it, Anna Monica Studios. Anna Monica said, hot take, Peak Manu is better than Shea. Better defender, shooter, finisher, more athletic, and he beat Team USA. Also, Boston, a top 6 seed in the West.
I'm managing Nobody's biggest defender up here. But
You ain't
let's
doing
be
that though,
humble.
Mars.
Yeah,
You're
let's
not
be
doing
humble.
that though.
Let's be
No,
humble.
you're not. That's why it's a hot take.
Lisa Monet, that's from the Cosby Show. In Different World. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
My only regret. All right. The next super chat I got is from Prince DJ J. Prince DJ J said, chill. I was just watching the Mad Max / Reggie Miller interview talking about Drazen Petrovic. How good was he? How would he do in this era?
Austin Reeves 2.0. That's who we talking about. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Cook, Dre. Cook.
All right. There you have it. Delsky sent through a super chat. Delsky is a Hall of Famer, and Delsky will be the one that will be cooking ox the next PC weekend. Delsky said, I usually agree with Real Talk and Ox the most because they bring the convo back to real ball dynamics on the court. But Real Talk, keep cooking him on this Kawhi topic. Real Talk, the same way I'm gonna cook his big slow ass when I see him on the court.
Yeah, we're not letting that Clipper unit off the hook all year. I don't give a damn if they suck all year. Every time y'all see me, if we talk about the Clippers, I'm gonna be shitting on the Clippers every single time.
Every time I see them lose, I think about Real
Leonard.
Talk. Every time I see them lose, I'm like, Real Talk. He's got the flamethrower right over his shoulder. He ready for him.
All this Kawhi Leonard mess, man. Brother don't even be playing the games for real, bro. What we doing?
Taser Man 17 said Mars, the Brooklyn Nets, in my opinion, at the same time, the Brooklyn Nets are
the worst franchise thing because he sent the Clippers one being the second most disgraceful. And I asked you it's the Brooklyn Nets.
So the Brooklyn Nets are the most disgraceful team, in my opinion. At the same time, I know the circumstances were bad, but my hope is that the Clips made the conference finals. The PG trade was the worst.
Yeah, the Paul George trade is aging badly. That's unfortunate.
Yes,
so he's talking about the Brooklyn Nets trade with their big three?
We have KG and Paul Pierce and Darren.
Wait, that one or the second one? Because they had
the one that got the one that got the Celtics, Jason Tatum and Jalen.
Definitely that first one, Ron. Oh my goodness, Danny Ainge.
Second
So
one
we ain't worried.
Look where they're at right now.
No, Ron.
Look where they're at.
They get offered the
Brooklyn
chance
Nets
to have KD, Kyrie, and Harden again. They're taking it.
Well, I mean, definitely, but I'm just saying. Look,
they're not doing the KG Paul Pierce trade again.
No, for sure. But here's what I'm saying though. This is the point that I'm making. You get KD, Harden, Kyrie for 2 years and you have nothing to show for it. In fact, you are just as worse after you got him as before you got him, and you gave up everything just to get them for 2 years and didn't get nothing out of it.
And
I'm saying that
cool. We can
that
say,
is
we can say it wasn't
disgraceful.
good. We can say it was bad. It's cool. It's not it's not close to what they did trading with Boston. It's different.
hey, take old KG, take old Paul Pierce, and take Jason Terry too. And all I want is a couple first round picks. How you feel about that? Yeah.
And
Threw a
KG
mo-
was in Brooklyn for what? A season?
2.
Yeah.
That was it.
Like, what am I?
That was it.
Vale, you need to do something with your city, man. You're making the NBA look bad.
With your who?
Which
With your
yeah.
city.
Oh, there you go. You had a T on it the first time.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Read the super chat.
Mhm.
Hanzo Manzo sent through a members chat and said, it's funny how everyone in preseason can say the Lakers are garbage and they are not going to win 50 plus games. But if they do, that doesn't matter in Luka's MVP case.
I don't know if he's referencing me in this one because I was low on the Lakers. For Luka to win MVP, he just has to play better. And I know that sounds crazy because he's playing phenomenal basketball. But yeah, I mean, Jokic and Shea are hooping right now.
Imagine asking somebody to play better. Imagine that. Who do you
Yeah.
think you are, real talk? Hell's wrong with you?
Ponzu sent through a members chat and said West team's dynamic changed due to the rising pace.
Yeah, I mean, I guess everybody's playing faster.
Except the Clippers.
Well, yeah, except for them. Absolutely.
The next super chat I got is from NY Breezy 23. NY Breezy said, put Rui and Vando together. It equals a mini Kawhi. I never thought about that.
Seen Rui make some middies yesterday.
He sure
I did
did.
too. Yes, he did.
You guys was saying. Cook again, Dre.
Within 2 years, is that what we're doing, Ron? Within 2 years.
Well, the
SGA
conversations always peak when it comes to Shea and Kobe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
And he's not cooking.
He is.
Nah, he's absolutely cooking.
He's
absolutely
just not.
But it's fine. Like you guys can stay on that side. So yeah, no one's having the argument that Shea's over Kobe all time. No one does that.
This
Like,
is
peak for peak,
in Kobe
wow.
talks. That's
That's what I'm saying. Peak
This
for
is
peak,
about
Shea and Kobe are in a
our
close
conversation.
That's what people say.
That's a cop out, really. That peak should be a cop out for what you really want to say, bro. Just say SGA better than Kobe, bro.
That's really what you want
That's
to
what
say.
they
You
are
think
saying.
he
They
nicer
do
than
say
him?
that.
But I'm
They
saying,
do say that.
so
They do
You
say
think
that.
peak? You think peak
but I'm
for
saying
peak?
like,
But that's what they're talking about when they say it.
No,
They're
I'm
talking
saying
not.
forget that greatest. Oh, Kobe's greater, but
Give me a break.
Nah.
But that's
Just
what
say-
they say. They're saying
Don't
SGA is
say
better
he's
than
greater
Kobe.
too.
Peak for
Just
peak,
say
you
he's
think he
greater.
nicer than Bryant, and that's just not true. He
That's
isn't.
what they. Yeah, but that's what they think. Yeah.
No facts. SGA is better than Kobe Bryant. Y'all got it. Absolutely. Yeah.
SGA ain't even better than T-Mac.
See, Ron.
T-Mac
not.
peak is in a conversation with Kobe too. I don't know what point that was.
Yeah, and I'm saying T-Mac is better than him.
That's fine. What I'm saying is they're all in a conversation. That's what I'm saying. I'll have the conversation anyway.
Masinko sent through a members chat and said Anthony Black for most improved.
Me and
He
Mars
up
had this
there.
conversation yesterday. I still think it's Josh Giddey.
Somehow,
Mars thinks
yeah.
it's Ryan Rollins. He thinks he's better, but Illmatic.
Well, I think he's improved more than Giddey. I don't know if Ryan Rollins is my most
Right.
improved, so I just think he's improved more than Giddey.
Illmatic may be the best, and I will say this with my chest out. Illmatic may be the best album ever made, ever. And I don't mean just rap albums. The best album ever made. We got 10 tracks on there, these many skips, these many right here. I can't say that about Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt might have been Jay-Z's best work, but Illmatic might be the best album ever made. The production, flawless. Nas rhymes, his cadence, his delivery, incredible. Reasonable Doubt, I can't say the same thing about that album.
And I'll say this with my chest out. Illmatic is getting lapped by Reasonable Doubt. Now it may be a song or two of Reasonable
Absolutely.
Doubt where it's like, okay, maybe I could skip this song. This isn't really, this song's all right. The other songs,
None of them.
come on. Hey, 1 through 5, songs 1 through 6 on Reasonable
Ron,
Doubt.
on Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z got a song with Nas's line on it. I'm out for presidents. One of his best songs is Nas on the hook.
You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. You made it a hot, hey, because that's also another Jay-Z line.
Yep.
You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Which the song was still fire, though, by the way, in that line.
Good Kid, Mad City better than both them albums, but I mean,
all right, man, come on. Let's get back to these super chats, man. It was good music talk while we had it. Y'all.
Give me 1989, but it's cool. You guys can chill what you got going on.
1989 is a dope album, by the way, and I don't even know much about Taylor Swift. I don't, but from what I understand, it's a dope album.
Andre De Silva said, "I'm taking peak Manu over Dame and Kyrie. Peak CP3 over Luka. KG best in the world 03, 04, 05. Not too mad at that. And SGA is in Kobe talks."
This guy know boo, man. He just went 3 for 3. Good shit, man. He know boo. Good work.
No.
Hold on. Manu over Kyrie?
Sky Blue.
No.
We're going to talk about this in about 2 hours or so.
Kyrie and Manu?
No, we're going to talk about what makes someone a better player.
Oh, yeah. What makes somebody a better basketball player?
I don't know if you see my thumbnail. It's a very interesting thumbnail.
I will poke my head in to see that, Mars. Yes, I will.
2 very interesting players.
Mars,
I haven't seen. What is the thumbnail? Oh, my goodness.
Mars and Ox are one and the same when it comes to me. I might not come to all your shows, but I got all your albums. Yes, I do. I got all your music.
Are there albums better than Illmatic?
No.
Yes. Well, I tried to listen to him. I skipped every single song. Then it was over. Went back to Taylor Swift. Shit trash.
We do have another new member. Another new member by the name of G-Rock 1021. Shout out to G-Rock. Appreciate you for joining up. We have 2 more super chats, members chats from Drink More Water. Drink More Water said, to MTL's point, the Clippers being 1 game back from the play-in at 5-13 shows how bad the bottom of the West is, ? Because last year y'all were trashing the East for having a below 500 team in the play-in.
No, they have below 500 teams at the 7th seed, to be fair, early on in the season. But yeah, I agree. I think New Orleans we knew was going to be trash. The Kings we knew. The Jazz we knew. Memphis was a bit it depended on like health and stuff. The Clippers have been disappointing for a lot of people, myself included. Dallas have been disappointing for a lot of people, not myself included, but been disappointing. Portland are like, they're about what I thought they would be in terms of record. But yeah, like I would say the Clippers and Mavs being as bad as they've been is definitely what's holding the West back from being as good as people said it would be. But shout out to the Suns though, 11-7.
True. Suns playing good basketball. Shout out D-Book.
And
D-Brook too. D-Brook and D-Book.
Jalen Green's 2-0 this season. Jalen Green, if he played every game, would have been on pace for 82-0. So,
No, facts.
All right, y'all. The last super chat that I got is from Dookie Blaylocks. Dookie Blaylock said, "Can we admit that Kawhi Leonard is overrated now?"
I've always thought Kawhi was like overrated relative like to how people view him.
Yeah.
But I do think he's still amazing. Like historically, like prime Kawhi. This Kawhi, I'm not as high on. But like prime Kawhi, I do think was amazing, but I'm higher on other players within his era than him, for example. Like I'm not entertaining personally. Well, I'll entertain it, but like I'm really not listening to like people who try to tell me Kawhi's better than Kevin Durant was. Like I'm just not listening to that, in my opinion. But some people view that as like a real conversation and even say Kawhi peaked higher. Yeah, I'm not listening to that. I'm also, in my opinion, I don't think Kawhi was better than James Harden, but I know a lot of people think he was better than James Harden. So it's like, yeah, that's fine. So my point is, I think Kawhi is amazing, but I don't rate him as highly as other people. So,
yeah. Mars, I saw you're interested.
James Harden's overrated too.
I want to ask all 3 of y'all while y'all up here because Mars had an interesting tweet. before we get up out of here, I do want
I have a
to
lot
see
of
if y'all
interesting
agree.
stories. Oh,
Would Harden average 40 if Pete Harden was playing today?
I think we can get close to it. 2019 James Harden, yeah.
man, he was close to it in 2019.
Yeah, I if I don't get 40 out of him, that James Harden 2019, yeah, if I don't get 40 out of him, I would get something along those lines, like 39 or 30, yeah, or 38. Yeah, I definitely think I can get something like that from him.
Chill. Let me
unstoppable.
let me switch the question too. Who are the players do you think could average 40 in today's game?
I think James Harden can get close to it.
In all time, I'm not just saying like players that are playing today. I'm saying like all time.
I just think 40 is a
40 is a lot.
That's nuts to think the average 40. I don't know if I don't know if there's anybody that can average 40 on a daily basis. I think that there's some guys that could get close to it, but to average 40, I don't think anybody can do that, to be honest.
If you gave Joel Embiid good knees, he could average 40.
He's got to play a lot, Mars.
Yeah, so I said good knees. It have to be good knees. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's not actually the Joel Embiid that exists. It would have to be a Joel Embiid with like LeBron's durability. But like, if that player existed, he could average 40. And it's more than just like skill set. And that's why points per game don't determine the better score.
Yeah.
Because I think there's guys who could average 40 who aren't better scorers than guys who I wouldn't bet on averaging 40. It comes down to a mentality thing. Like, you have to be like wired a different type of way to shoot that many times. Then it comes down to where are you shooting from? You have to shoot a lot of threes, or you have to shoot a lot of free throws. Both is preferable, which is why I'm really high on James Harden being able to do it. And then it's about being able to have the level of endurance to create your shot as often as you do, because you're not going to do it playing off the ball, which is why I don't think a guy like Steph would do it, because Steph is so much off the ball that it gets to a point where you're going to have to just be and I'm not saying Steph can't score in isolation.
Sure.
Someone misinterprets what I'm saying. But it would have to be a large burden of unassisted, self-created buckets. And that's why I think you get to a point where it's going to be like Kobe, Harden, Jordan. A fake Embiid that doesn't actually exist. Jordan is a bit shaky because the guy never shot threes. But like, I would, maybe. And that's
I just think that with the space that we're in, I know we got to go, but I think the space that we're in, real talk, where defenses are so sophisticated today, and on top of defenses being so sophisticated, you are the focal point of the offense. So if you averaging 40, that means that we running everything through you on the regular. So you have to night in and night out be that guy. So the nights where you giving me 42 or 41, and then I get a 28.9, I got to get 55 to 60 the next night to get that back down to that average. Yikes.
I think
AI had the mentality. I just don't think he was efficient enough to do it.
A name to me that I think, especially if we're talking about today's game and then the quality of opponent at that position, I wouldn't be shocked if like Shaq did it. Because I think Shaq would score twos so well, and then he would have to be getting fouled at a ridiculous clip. I think
he's so wide open. Is he shooting because he's gonna miss the free throws? So like, I know he's shooting like 18 free throws a game.
Yeah, he'd be so wide open in the paint, but you have to give him the ball. You would have to.
Yeah, I think Shaq would be like so unstoppable. I think Shaq could do it.
Man, I think that's an interesting one. I do think that's interesting. Cho, are you gonna be here tomorrow, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, because if we are doing the top 10 thing, Ron, are we doing that tomorrow?
Yeah. I
have some questions for you, Cho. I seen one of your TikToks. I was very intrigued.
Okay. Okay.
Chill. If your list is going to be included in that, I need you to send it to me like ASAP.
My list.
Your top 10 current
players. You have to send the list of the top 10.
Oh, the current player. I haven't sent that yet. Okay. I'll send it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, it has been fun. It has been real. You guys know exactly where to find us at. Same time, same place tomorrow. We'll obviously be talking about our top 10 players. We'll talk about everything that happened in the in-season tournament tonight. And if there's anything else worthy of being talked about, you guys know exactly where to come for it to be talked about. In the meantime, in between time, get over to Splash Sports and join these tiers contest right here.
Peace.
Later.